final day of CODM Mobile, TUSSLE THRIVE India, and this is going to be 3 teams that are going to be at the lower bracket that will try to earn their spot at the grand finals. This is your boy Cali Gaming joining you here for the fight for our amazing best of 5s. But later on, once we enter the grand finals, it will be a best of 7 where the team from the lower bracket will have to fight Team Vitality. Let's take a look at our bracket ready to give you guys a great example of what's going to be happening on this matchup that we got here. We began yesterday with Team Vitality taking over the TUSSLE Thrive playoffs, just giving 3-0s back-to-back up against Team Felines, as well as Accelerate at the upper bracket finals. And now we are going to be seeing them waiting for the winner of the lower bracket, and it starts down there at the very bottom with Team Felines going up against Revenant Esports. And most surprisingly, Revenant finding their way down here after losing to Accelerate, where you would think that they will be able to put up so much of their fights, but that didn't really translate it at all. And let's see if they do got what it takes to make one of the amazing games to start it here for us. Can we see them go and win these next 2 maps and be able to dominate to earn their way to the grand finals? We are about to start off. Right, first game of the day, it is going to be Revenant Esports, Abyss, Dope, Pro, Random, Master, and Cyro. They will be going up against Team Felines, who had a lot of fist fights yesterday. They will be having new player, which is Mr. Wasim, so they will be all complete today. And our first match of the day will be starting at Hardpoint Summit. We'll not let you guys wait any longer. It's Revenant. Can we see them go into this matchup and be able to earn their way to the match up against Accelerate later on? Let's come and find out. P1 gonna be starting on this Hardpoint Summit. You guys gotta have to prepare all your jackets because this game is just about to get cold. Let's see if we're going to have a bit of a great gunfight that we're going to be seeing here for Revenant. Felines starting the game off very great on the gunfights, and you can see it in your screen, right? That's going to be them just finding these eliminations. Now you do find a bit more of some stabilization for Revenant so far. For Random, he was that player yesterday that was just lighting things up, especially on the hardpoint when they went up against your boys from Accelerate, but his teammate did not really find that rhythm consistently, and they just fell down 1 by 1. But they are granted that second opportunity here. Revenant finally able to find the lead in this matchup, but still going to be very close on this P1. Obviously going to be very back and forth. So far for Olive, for Felines, he's just been able to fry it on this first hard point. 5 eliminations for him. Just played the objective very well to just give them that lead as soon as the hard point expires. Now we're moving on to P2. You're looking at it here at the moment. That is Revenant just gonna be late on this rotation. Predator missile is gonna be dropped there by Master. Information, and that's Cyro with the swing that will clean it, the hard point. And Cyrus is gonna be able to play this one good. He's just gonna have to buy some teammates some time to reinforce inside this hill. The cavalry arrives, and that's gonna be Dope getting shot down. Nice eliminations going in for Felines so far as they keep this one very close. Again, yesterday we couldn't really get any of their potential unlocked because they were playing on a heavy 4v5, and Team Vitality gave them a big 250-0 loss, and it was just really not a good sight to see. But it's great to have them here with an equal chance of trying to take this win. So far they've been able to keep it very close. They will take the last 15 seconds as Revenant will be forcing their way to the next hardpoint rotation. You got Pothead just playing inside a hill. They're going to have no operators available, so you're just going to have to rely on this weapons, your vanilla guns to give you this work for you. Cyro on the flank is going to have the full high ground control. Jumps down to take down Crypt. Now getting this flank on the greens is going to be huge to just stop the push from Felines that will likely try to go in for a spawn flip. And that's going to be happening, but only for a brief moment. As you can see, it was number 2 in yellow. That will be Master that will take down those players. And just picking off another guy that will play it very great off the start for Revenant. That's him just fighting these shots. 3 eliminations. Make that 4. I mean, he's just been able to stop the push on the front. I think you're just going to have to give him that impact he has in just delaying the push and just giving so much value on his teammates to just put themselves a solid hold inside a hill. That will be able to do more than enough for them to score a money hill. And Felines now are slowly crumbling apart. Felines could not get any of the break happening on this P3 whatsoever. It was just that solid attempt to try to break through greens, but apart from that, they have all been gone down. And Revenant just doing a great job getting clinical and just finding so much of an opportunities to put themselves to score a money hill and pull away with this kind of a great lead. You got a safety net moving on to new. You got Cyro bringing out the claw, able to find one and able to get the kill off to Olive, and that will be the flip of a spawns happening. Feline is in deep trouble. Someone needs to step up huge. Cap brings out the Purifier, but that is Cyro making the biggest play as much as possible for his team to find their way inside, spraying and praying. Even the equalizer is not enough for him to get taken down. Now the onslaught ends, but Revenant, they are granted the flip of spawns. They will get inside that hard point. Nice power position that you're being handed if you're random. Now just shots falling in your place. Felines just kind of getting decimated every time. You can see it on the kill feed. That's 3 going down for the side of Felines, and that means just more time for the hands of Revenant random. Gonna have himself 30 eliminations, but you're gonna really highlight as well the impact of Master here. Again, he has 17 along with Cyro. They are the top fraggers on this lobby so far as we open up this P1 reset. Random, again, just trying to find a lot of this positioning, just playing more of that perimeter for his team. And you like this angle from him. He's got an annihilator, so he's gonna be able to hold it down in all 3 lanes. And again, an annihilator on his hands, it was just nightmare. No one really was able to survive when he was able to utilize this up against Accelerate, and Felines feeling the same exact thing on the chain that he's been able to provide for his team. It looked like it was pretty scrappy on the first 2 hard points, but Revenant, for the fast 3 hills, they have been able to turn it on. Dope. Already within the MP system, we could not see that spree, but he's got himself 8 eliminations so far. Make that 9. No one is able to handle the hot serving killer in Dope. He's gonna have that R9 in his hands, and man, 11 eliminations in a row. EMP system might just be useful here as they try to make that break next, but the Predator missile will be dropped here first. So now he knows that there is 2 more players on the catwalks, but no, he gets picked off, so no more look for him. Did have 11 eliminations. That's more than enough to give Revenant a huge boost, but Felines, you're gonna have to need this P2 hold right here just to keep yourself alive. Bothead only good for 1. Trades coming in. Revenant, they were supposed to be the projected number 3 team in the region, but they have failed. They fell in the hands of Accelerate just yesterday and trying to earn their way back, try to book that here just by scoring a massive gunfight galore that they have on this Hardpoint Summit at the moment. They got Cyro as well as Master with their operators being pulled up. Master is gonna have the most impact here. I mean, you get this last 20 seconds, maybe you might just be getting that 200-point mark reach, which is crucial for you to just end this game right here. Pothead, nice shots. If you're Felines, you need to flip this spawn. So take down Master, you take down the guy holding catwalks, and you got 3 eliminations for Pothead. That's nice. Now it's all about turning this kind of momentum into just flipping spawns and getting that P3 hardpoint right up next. Your player on rotation just got taken down. The EMP system will be dropped down, and that means trouble. No drop systems can be dropped at the moment. And Revenant, they got this Pyro from Dope. Not gonna connect. Just going to be useful, honestly, for Felines to just kind of stop that bet. They need to find a good value on his claw investment for Pothead. Gets that cable car platform, but only for a few moments he was able to stay alive. Revenant winning all of the necessary gunfights to end this map right here in a dominant manner. It is a high potential that they may end up with the 100-point club, judging by the way that they have been playing as a team. The gunfight just on a different level here for them. You see Abyss and Master, they are just going to be able to light things up. And Cyrus is going to be able to swing up, playing for exit kills, exit fails for Revenant. They will look to try to win the scrap time of this P3 will also settling down for next, which they have a high possibility knowing that Scav is the only player here. We got Felines spawning all the way from the left side of the map, so it's gonna have to be a hold of a lifetime for Scav. With that R9, it's not gonna stand the two-man stack there for Revenant. That will flip spawns. Dope gonna be inside the hill. Felines needs to break the hill. You can't play any more passive any longer. Gotta have to make sure you're aggressive all throughout. Scav making the play for his team, opening up the hill, but quick on this cavalry. That's Revenant now inside of the hard point once again. Operator is gonna be dropped here by your boys from Felines. Just try to make the hard point uncontested, but it has been rough. Just trying to enter your way inside. You got random all the way from the back of this P4, just handling the business. Everybody just falling down. 5 in a row, 6 in a row for random. He is not stopping at all. That will end it. Revenant with a hot start. 250 to 99 on the scoreboard. They mean business. They stand on business. And that is all, folks. That will win it for them. And that is going to be... That's going to be more than enough for them to make this play work. And now we get to take a look at our point system here. It's 250 to 99. It was Cyro that was the MVP here, but everybody played crucial. You see, there was not much of a difference in terms of the eliminations. Everybody was doing their time. And Master, despite being the bot frag here, has 31 eliminations and 16 deaths. He had himself a great game. And that's almost a double positive, and you're going to need this kind of dominance later on as you try to play the map number 2 and map number 3. So for Felines, you're off to a pretty slow start, but it's all right. You still got a lot of games to play here. After all, we will be playing a best of 5, so that means you get to have a lot more to offer here. And coming right up next, this will be Search and Destroy Express. And I like this take right here. Revenant, we all know them. They were able to beat godlike on this map, so that's gonna be an interesting narrative for us to see how dominant can they have here. So that is gonna be the gameplay here, right? So let's see if that's gonna be happening here, right? You're looking potentially for a guy like Abyss or Master to make those plays for you, but if you're Felines, it has got to be Scav. And more of our action will continue right after this break. We'll be right back. Here we go. We'll not make you guys wait any longer. Now we'll be playing our map number 2. And it's Revenant finding the first bloods here. Now it is going to be them on the attack side here so far. So you're looking at Abyss trying to push up through arrivals, and Olive now will not live his Odette now. Wasim and Scav will be the last 2 players standing here for the side of Felines. Now you're just going to need to at least find someone here. But that's going to take more than a toll. Now, it's Cyro able to reverse the situation. It is now the bomb plant happening at the B site. It will now all be down to your guy, Wasim, the newly added player onto Felines. Let's see what does he have in store for them to win this match right here. He's going to get picked down by random all the way to the elevators. So that's how clinical it can get, right? It may look like Revenant will have the beatdown on the first 2 engagements, right? But they were able to turn it around, and they scored themselves those round wins. And there we go. Let's get it started. It is going to be Felines Crypt as well as all of it will look to try to make this push over towards train tracks. Wasim just kind of the player playing around ticketing here. Master is in the corner, and he's going to be able to pick that one up easy. Now it's a 4v3 situation. Look at the angle that you got here being utilized by Scab all the way to the back, but only good for one. Unfortunate there, but fortunate if you're Revenant, as you now have the numbers advantage in your side. Olive as well as Crypt. These are going to be their last players for Felines. They look to try to play this retake on two fronts. But number 2 in yellow, he's just so close to Olive. I don't think he may have spotted that guy, but Master is going to get himself taken down. That's information. Now, Dope and crew, where do you want to decide to take this hit? Random with a shot. That's good for one. Olive running in. Info Q is going to be in. And Olive now will only take one guy down as Random is able to find this last 2 eliminations to bring Revenant that 2-round wins. That's going to be a pretty impressive start for them. And honestly, they're not even getting any involvement from Dope yet. So that speaks a lot on what this team can provide right now. Random has been killing it in the first 2 rounds. You saw him just 4 eliminations. That's 2 rounds, 2 kills per round. But Wasim now able to stop the bomb to be planted here. Pothead follows up, dropping down Dope, and it's going to be number 2 in yellow. He's going to be the playmaker here if you're Master. There's a guy on the flank, and he's gonna try to beat your players down. So, you know, it's all about this play right here. Felines Pothead swings, and that's gonna be Random taken down, and that is a swarm up ahead for Master. A 1v4 situation. Wasim may or may not have been spotted here yet. Taking all the time to spray it down. Hits one, gets out quick. But now your information just squandered here. It's a 1v3 situation against Master. Be the jack of all trades. Oh boy, just a tiny pixel and he still hits it. Making this doable on this 1v2. Master has 4 eliminations. Was the only guy just trying to secure the trains earlier. But be cautious still, because you might get run over by the train. That will be unfortunate. But 40 seconds is going to be left on this match right here. Bomb will be all the way back to the elevator, so there's really not a lot of options here. You're just gonna have to run quickly. 28 seconds is left. Master, all this noise being created. Pothead on the corner. He needs to swing it, but Pothead will be able to anticipate that attack right there. No more time for Revenant. They just quickly tried to take that rotation quickly, and that's just it. Right now, it's going to be Felines able to get their first round win, and you would really love to just have that kind of dynamic if you're Felines, right? Just have someone play ticketing, find those shots connecting, and just hit them with that slow defense. Just kill them with the patience. But here this time it's totally different. Master gonna take one player down at Script. Now eliminated. 38 seconds though. They really want to force those plants, and Felines now's gonna have to make a 4v5 retake here. Master's gonna try to anticipate one all the way through trains and almost taking down Wasim. Still going in for the hunt. Can he find him? Wasim making all the sound cues, and he still ends up winning that. Revenant down to their last 3 players. Felines has done a great job just stopping the first wave off the defense. Dope on the corner. But still, Olive wins it. No way. And now this onslaught continues. And that is going to be Felines taking the shot down. Revenant not going to be able to defend that bomb. Great job you're seeing for the retake attempt. Wasim was able to take down Master on the train tracks. And the numbers game really favored them at the end. And they just capitalized on it. Fully stacking it in. One was playing the ticketing and one was playing the defusal, and that ended right around number 4 quickly. Now it's nice swing coming in for Crip, but Master will be able to get some information, but it will cost him his life. Revenant struggling to win this. It is just going to be a rough showcase for them at the moment. And it's interesting, right? I mean, Godlike lost to Revenant on this map right here, and you would think that they're gonna be cooking, but could it be that they were just trying to throw everybody off with that engagement? Because if Felines can hold their own up against Revenant with those retakes. Godlike can and should do better than that, right? On a stage 4, but let's see, maybe it's just Felines having a great day today, and you just cannot really underestimate that. 3 eliminations that they have done so far. Now they're gonna try to stack this B site. Pothead gets that shot onto Cyro. It's all down to your boy Random again on an R9. Hits one up against Pothead, picks up the scope, tries to get any information with it on his long range, but he's not getting any information. Tries to get some more with this R9, right? Totally clutchable for him. He's got a sniper and he can just pick up that bomb. But look at Felines where they're headed. They are just waiting for that bomb to be planted before they make their attack work. But Random taking bigger picture as well. They want to get these players to push on the A site. So Random, he's got the lockers, he's got the high ground. Could be the trains that they can utilize to make this attack work for him. Gonna try to anticipate. One takes down Wasim. Now it's a 1v1. Holding down trains. There's just a lot of nooks and crannies to just hold here. And Olive needs to pick his poison. Random. Gonna play it patient. Olive on the other side. Just thinking, where is this guy? He's probably gonna try to stick that diffuse. Olive is gonna be down there, and Olive knows where the player is at. He's gonna try to go for it one more time, and dope. And that is gonna be it, right? Random takes that guy down. Olive will get taken out off the way. Revenant with the clutch. That was a dope play right there. And a 1v3 for Random. That guy is built for moments. That's what he gets paid to do for Revenant. And he's been pretty consistent, not just in this game, right? Every time we saw him play on the Hardpoint yesterday, he was lighting things up, making those huge plays for the team, but it's gonna be heavily needed here as they got dove off to a very slow start. You're looking at Scav at the moment. He's gonna make that long flank every time. And this is the best part about this. Is really confident that they can win some gunfights, but hasn't fully translated strong on this map here so far. Random may have spotted him already. May have his eyes set on the prize. Scav and crew pushing from the back. Random holding one, but Wasim there for the trade. Now has the high ground and they complete the takedowns. And will be able to get that bomb defuse. Felines, classic retake there. They just swarmed the very back, and Revenant just got themselves red on. They could have gotten a master on the train tracks, but Felines were just so quick on their feet in finding out what kind of rotation they want to be doing on that matchup right there. So now it is going to be switch of sides. It's Felines gonna be trying their luck on the A side. They're gonna push that bomb quick. There's no player even for Revenant at the lockers here, so it's going to be a free plant. They're going to be relying more on Master to make a first blood happen here. And now that Crip is down, Wasim tries to make that push, and that's going to be able to trade it. But Revenant still has got that numbers. Wasim making the right reads, but the bomb is going to be dropped. And Cyro just trying to keep that one away from these players. But Wasim, he's been the playmaker, gets another one. 10 eliminations for Wasim, and it's all down to Random to try to clutch this. He's been here before. Timing is everything, and he hits Olive. Just like that. Grenade thrown out. Wasim. He's just going to slide himself through this. Probably going to be sound cues hurt if you're Random at the moment. But Wasim has just been amazing. He's had himself 3 eliminations on this round itself, and should they win this, they are going to get their first lead on this map itself. And how prepared exactly are you? This very main question. You're trying to get that bomb over at the bridges. Now, where do you want to take that hit, right? I mean, I feel like the A side is going to be the best bomb site to put this bomb right down. So you do have an SMG, just gotta have every corner and put Random on a very struggling guess the game, right? A game called hide and seek is going to be one thing. that will seem is going to have an advantage for in here. And Random, right? Now he's just going to be holding it down on the ticketing. He's got 27 seconds. He does have a J358. Good for 2 shots. 1 at the head. Hearst. That's just going to be Wasim. I mean, I was trying to build that one up, but Revenant just blindly went in for an aggressive push there. Not giving us the time to actually pick it up, but Wasim, he's just going to be carrying Felines all the way to the very end. You can see it. You can see it, right? He's just been the playmaker, just on a different level at the moment. And Wasim's just going to make that push once again all the way to the B side here. This time, Random getting sprayed at, but Random, he's going to have those shots working with the help of Abyss. And that's going to be 2 players left for each team. Dope as well as Master for Revenant and Crypt, along with Pothead. Seems like they're going to try to let that bomb just stick around at the elevator for a little bit more. But now you're just waiting, right? You're just waiting. Where is this player? They have their bomb at the elevators, but they're not really very close by. That's been a problem. It's all about the patience here. And Felines looking pretty good when they're on the attack side. Pothead, he's going to get himself spotted. And Master there for the conversion. All down to Crypt. Going to be close by. Dope swings, and that is going to be a home run for Dope. That will tie it up on the rounds. They've been incredibly back and forth. And it's really interesting that GLXY lost to Revenant. If I'm not mistaken, on Search and Destroy Express, because if Revenant are that good, Felines should be 7-0 here, right? I mean, there should be some strats involved, but nothing much really apart from the sniper from Random as well as the clutch plays for Master. Let's see how it ends, though. Bomb is going to be at the A side. Scav there for the first blood. Syro trades it. Master just playing train tracks, trying to run players over with that Odin. And just like that, there's only going to be 2 players left for Felines. Olive and Pothead. Oh, nice flick. Abyss is gone. Just a matter of milliseconds on that engage. But as soon as I say that, right, Felines just about to get decimated by Syro with that sniper. And Revenant, just like that, will be able to earn a back-to-back win. That will give them that 1-round lead advantage on this map right here. Still not enough. You need 2 more maps if you're Revenant, 3 more if you're Felines. I mean, where do you even start, right? Wasim needs to get himself activated, but if you're Felines Crypt, you're the one that needs to stay alive here. And find as much trade as possible for your team. Get those trades, or even just get some information. Wasim now trying to make some plays work, spraying it down. Will not dare to get the contest for the second time. He knows that they got the numbers advantage. They gotta play very aggressive, but Wasim now finds an opportunity to climb up. Dope still wins that gunfight, no freaking way. And that 2 eliminations right there makes it doable for Revenant to win this. And another one connects for Dope. Pothead now this time is falling down. He's in a spot where he can get an ace on a very slow search and destroy round. Bomb still not yet planted, and Random is gonna have a little bit more of a sound cue here from Crypt. He's just getting attacked here. Not going to be a great angle for him, honestly, if you try to take a look at the way that the raid has been played. But Random finds the kill onto Olive, and Dope, he may or may not have heard Crypt very close by. And Crypt is just waiting. I mean, he's been seen. Dope decides to take the opportunity, but still loses that. 33 seconds left, and Random, he's the last player standing for Revenant. Crypt trying to make the clutch work for Felines to keep this game equalized, but they gotta pick up that bomb. He's gonna try to make a run for it. Also tries to plant it. No grenade for Random. He is gonna have to make the push by walking closely. He hears that sound cue. Crypt, he's gonna make a long flank. Random can just make a weapon switch here. Gets himself a better weapon than that sniper. Crypt is just going to be playing a very aggressive, powerful angle here that might just get that scout over towards that A site. Crypt, he's already spotted him random. Expose yourself one more time and you're dead. And Crypt played that patience game. Very nice. And that is going to be Revenant putting themselves in a very bad spot, because Felines, with that clutch right there, they might just be able to really shock us all and take a map win here. Looking by the strats as well as the first bloods that's been won, it's always been Felines. Let's see if they're going to be able to chain that here. They've been able to equalize, but can they get that lead back? They got all the trophies at the lockers. They have someone in olive holding down the bridges. Waiting for a moment to strike. Bomb still not yet planted. Great job for the shutdown if you're random. Master, he's got that first info. Smoke is out. The bomb is going to get planted. It's time for a retake. Where do you want to try to take these angles? If you are Revenant, you got the numbers game. You got the stack working. Master slowly crawling through the front. Grenade will be thrown out on the admin building. And that means they're going to be able to have Dope set up on a very aggressive attack off the flank. Still, engagements being won by Feline. Scav able to take down the Biz. Master there for the shutdown. Dope secures the flank. And now it's going to be a 3v2 situation. Lockers in control there, but Pothead with the clutch play. It's a 1v2 situation. Time is running out. Cyro will fall. And Felines with the lead. They got the game point. And you know what that means? Well, you might just be able to see overtime, or even better, Feline scoring a map up against Revenant, and that is going to be tough if you're Revenant, right? You have just been absolutely in phase up against this team the last time you met them at the league stage, but here today, just feeling it right now. Feline's olive and Scab finds 2 eliminations, but Master with the 2Ps, that is gonna be huge. But you still got what it takes. A flank there for Crypt. Sprayed down on the long range. Almost took down Master. His teammate, that will be Cyro. But that guy lives to tell his tale. Bomb is going to be down to the B side. Felines in a position to win this round right here. They got the numbers game. Revenant cannot afford to lose another man behind the scheme of things. Number 1 in blue, that is Cat, taking that first guy down, and he's gonna get himself traded. We need to see Cyro clutch this, or else it's over. Felines will take Search and Destroy Express. Crypt just backing away on his position. Information should be there. They're waiting for the bomb to get defused, and that is going to be Cyro finding one. No more time left, and he is going to get clutched on. No way! No way! Feline Spothead with the millisecond will be able to win it for Felines. What an upset that we got on this Search and Destroy. And I fear for my phone, because we don't got my charger today. Felines just scoring an upset. Revenant falling short. And this is with Felines' best attempt at trying to take a map away from a team like Revenant. This is what you like to see on these community tournaments. This kind of upsets that drives those storylines. And taking a look at who was the playmaker here. It was Pothead with that MVP for Felines with that Search and Destroy Express. But also gotta have to hand it out to the new guy, Wasim. The guy hold his own. He has himself 11 eliminations. But Olive as well as Cav, especially on that round number 12, they were aggressive, scoring in those 2 eliminations to give Felines that 5v3 advantage off the get-go, and that was more enough pressure for them to take down Revenant on this game. And that will conclude our first as well as our second map. We are tied apiece. We're heading into Control Arsenal right up next. We will be right back.
Killer drone deployed. Hostile hunter killer drone inbound. We're running out of lives.
Enemy.
Capturing Bravo. Enemy taking B. Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
Enemy down.
Enemy taking Alpha. Hostile hunter killer drone inbound.
Enemy down. Eliminated.
We captured A.
Frag out.
Be advised, hostile hunter killer drone inbound. Friendly Predator missile inbound. Losing this fight.
Target down. Watch out! Flash!
We're running out of lives. Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
They will be able to take those rounds, man. I was going to say that this is going to be a potential clutch in the making, but yeah. I had my microphone off the whole time. I'm sorry. But hey, the non-stop action will not end here. As Revenant now will be starting on the blue side. Once again, this was their nightmare. They could not get any eliminations done. But if you got Random just making a big play for you on that last round, he should be able to good to go. 5 eliminations so far in a row for him. And he's just going to get that 6th one easy later on. As some players just for Revenant just trying to get some shots confirmed there. And Olive is going to get himself a little bit of a fight. And man, Abyss. That is going to be good to go. 29-24. First 5 metrics will be won by Revenant. Finally, you are seeing a bit more of a fight from them. Random. Gonna get that shot working. This is going to be a beatdown. Abyss finally runs out on his Hunter as he drops it in. But he's still got a couple of more with his equalizer. Let them fill it. Let those suckers get those eliminations. But again, Purifier not good for Scav. And this is the meltdown. Number 2 in blue. Another spawn trap will be made here by Master. That is going to be the biggest problem about that attack right there. 24-14. Pothead cannot break through. And Revenant able to stabilize. EMP system will be dropped in. Crypt now loses that gunfight. And this is where Revenant somehow find their way back into this game. After just falling on a round number 1 through a stun. This will be a win through time expiration. And that will be Revenant winning it. Let's go, man. Can we see it, right? Can we see our Revenant find their way back? Or is it going to be Felines just finding those shots working for them and maybe force a round number 5? Let's come and find out. It starts here with Master with that War Machine. Dope there with the Sparrow. That is going to make the break work. And now with them on the attack, that means they can 3-stack their way on this A site. And that is free objective for them. Extra minute in the clock, possibly off the early half of this match. That means trouble if you're Felines. Gotta win your gunfights if you're them at the moment. You just had it pretty rough. Losing map control, and now you're just forcing to give out this A side completely. Wasim, there we go. Good for some shots. A is going to be captured here by Revenant, but Wasim just going in for the spawn trap. He's going to have himself that equalizer. The Hunter Killer drone. That is going to be flying around the map, finding some eliminations. But again, Revenant just only needing to find their way to the B side. But look at them just try to go for the overextension. Feline Spothead at least may be able to find one. Wasim is going to be able to get some target practice all at the very back of the map. And he's going to get himself tagged here for sure by Cyro. And now it's Revenant's turn to go in for the spawn trap. Number 3 in blue here. This time that's going to be dope. Getting himself shot. He is going to be backing away. Does not want any of that heat. But this game's still anybody's game. Felines. They still got a couple of players alive on the B site. Wasim playing on off angle. Not yet spotted here. Cyro's gonna get himself taken care of. And reinforcements on their way for Felines. Another spawn trap ensued there, but it's gonna be read by your boy Olive. And they're gonna be able to get themselves this push on the B site, and they will be able to stop it. Revenant falls down, 5 go down. They will be back at spawn. Pothead taking down Random. 14-15 on the live count. A minute left on this matchup right here. And better setup that you got for Pothead right at the moment as he takes down Dope right there. 13-14 on this scoreline. Cyro trying to get this work through. If you can just find one elimination and bring out the claw, that might just seal it. Here we go. His teammates finds 3 eliminations in the feed. He is gonna try to go for the turn and burn. Felines, 3 of their players go down. They're back at spawns, respawning back, but Cyro putting him down on the blender. And all those attacks, but still nobody from Revenant on the point. They were held off for some odd reason, and Felines is still in the game. That is just rough. A play was made, but no impact was made. And Crypt just holding it down. Great shot there though for Master as he saves that. You can end this on this round number 4 on the attack side. 6 seconds left. You need to win this wave, and Master throws up a heave, finds 3 eliminations. Wasim brings out the equalizer. Time is running out. Revenant needs to go. Run inside the point. Cyro, close range combat. Who's gonna take it? Cyro gets killed by the War Machine, and Felines stays alive. Oh boy, we got ourselves a match right here. Revenant, what is happening? Cyro should have won that game for them. Still not going to be cutting through. 1:29. This is going to be your last 1:30. So you need to make the most out of it on this round number 5. Winner takes match point on this best of 5 and an advance to play accelerated in just a couple of minutes. Dope. Filling it. Taking that player down. And again, there's no operators here. They utilized that earlier. And they're just going to try to get this hit. Scab. Oh my god. This guy's just been the eyes. No matter what kind of place Revenant was kind of throwing on that search and destroy, he was the one that was calling it off, right? But here, Revenant will be able to win the first 5 kills metrics. That means better map position for him. You got random setup on Cafeteria. And Olive is going to feel the wrath of this Type 19. Good for 2 for random. Able to push it up. And once that annihilator pops in, that means more trouble for Felines. This guy's going to be at the very back of the spawns. It is going to be huge firepower for Revenant to win this game right here. Now he picks, he boos, and he's going to be able to remove Olive. Put him back at spawn, but Bothead finally able to find the trades. And they're doing a great job just holding these players off. If you're Felines, you've kept it very close. Can you get some objective done here? 18 seconds left. You need every contest inside the OBJ to win this match right here and score that extra minute on the clock. Reinforcements will be intact inside. Master gonna be tagged up. Only good for one. There is Wasim. Olive gonna try to make this play work and just get himself inside and wait for the cavalry to arrive. And there we go. On the fence, that's Abyss. It's just saucy. He is just getting all of the mixer done. But Pothead, seems like they're gonna try to make this play work. And that's Revenant giving up the time. I don't know if that was nice. They could have been able to stack that right there. But they are giving Felines an opportunity to make this place work. The great part about this, if you're Revenant, is that you have 2 operators available. Where in Felines, it's just not really possible for them to attack here at the moment. Number 2 and 3 in Pothead, man, they have been amazing for Felines. They've kept it very close, but Revenant slowly starting to snowball this game out of control with their operators. But if Olive wins this, things might just turn around. Slide shells. Gonna be inevitable here. Abyss throwing it up, but he falls down. So Felines, a little bit of some life here that they got. Master gonna be able to get some shots on the off angle. And Olive, I mean, this is it, right? You lose this, it's over. It is going to be Revenant able to take this round win right here. They got the numbers game, they got the time in their favor. It's 11-14. Cyro will be bringing out the claw. And what you may think would have been a Felines offset. Revenant is able to turn that down. Random now able to spray it. And all these players that are left for Felines are just scraps. Olive and Wasim cannot do anything on a 1v7. Olive tried to make the most out of it, but Revenant wins that gunfight. And they will be taking that round and that map win to go up 2-1 in the overall series, being 1 map away from taking it home. And that is just the goal here. But cannot afford to let any more close games happen, because again, if you want to make it out of the lower bracket and advance to the grand finals, you're going to have to play 3 games. 3 series in total. So if you do not end it close, it might just be the fatigue and the endurance that might just mess up your rhythm and just throw you off and get yourself to go down in this tournament. But great job so far for Revenant to keep this one very close and very interesting. Abyss has that MVP 33 elimination for him with 23 deaths right there. Pothead with 29 and 27 deaths on the other side. He held his own, but not enough for his team to get this win right here. Revenant was just kind of too prepared with their operators, which paid out huge on these maps that we got played on this one so far. Now we move into map number 4. That will be Hardpoint Standoff, and that is going to be Revenant back to where they want to play. So Felines just gonna have to make the most out of it, but it's going to get rough from here on out. And obviously it's gonna be tough, right? Let's see if they got what it takes. Can Revenant win this match right here and book their ticket to go up against Accelerate on the lower bracket finals, or will it be over and it will be Revenant that will be taking it home? And or will it be over for Felines, right? If they don't win this, hopefully not, because they have been playing great, but it is what it is. We'll be right back right after this break. Here we go, our final game of the Hardpoint series that we got here. So it is going to be a make or break. It is going to be Felines. Should they win this, it's going to be a map number 5 at Search and Destroy. But if Revenant wins this standoff, it is over. Seriously, on this best of 5 series, P1 just about to get started, and the first 15 seconds can be favoring the way of Revenant. And the players that's been outstanding here, right? It's just been 3 players consistently. That has been Master, that's Cyro and Random, that has been the best and consistent player out there. But if you are Felines, you did not really have a great showcase on that map number 1 that we had earlier. So now it's just all about finding that groove and what kind of attacks do you want to be pulling through? Because on that Hardpoint Summit, it was just kind of lackluster when it ended on the first Hardpoint rotation, right? It was just Revenant running it over time and time again. There was no signs of light that we just saw for Felines. But let's see if that's going to be a totally different here. As we move into P2, Hardpoint just about to enter and open up. Revenant going to be late on this rotation. Shots being fired there by Wasim. And Dope shots the food. I mean, he's into that. I'm not going to mind. 20 to 21 on the scoreboard. Revenant, again, just trying to find the break in many ankles. And Scav going to get himself taken down. 46 seconds on this fight right here. And Random swings inside. But no opportunity for him to find his eliminations. Revenant falling down, falling short on the gunfight department, and Felines, they will be the ones scoring the first 30 seconds of this hill, but now you see some traction and some resistance that you got coming in for Revenant. That will be Cyro coming in from the bottom, Abyss through the back alley, but even that is denied. Felines off to a hammering start. Not only do they get the last 15 seconds, but also the early rotation onto the next hardpoint, and it will be Wasim on the P5. He finds one. Hardpoint is going to be taken over by Felines before it even opens up with Wasim finding those 2 amazing kills right there. It is Felines that will pour in a lot of time inside this hill should they get the first wave of gunfight and the second wave cleaned up. And so far, they have been able to stop these players coming in from the back alley, and that is just huge. Huge on this P3 because you're allowing them to walk up on Narnia, but with the way that this game is played, Master was able to take down the anchor. Now they are able to flip the spawns, and that will be the collapse happening for Felines, and Revenant now finally earned their way back. They got last 30 seconds on this hardpoint. Should they get this, they will look to have a very close game up against Felines. Master stepping up huge, playing the hill, and that is Cyro there for the backup to take down the player contesting the last 15 seconds of this hill. Revenant seems like they will earn the scrap time, but a couple of more contests happening here. Wasim not going to get anything more than that. Now it's going to be the flip side here. It's Scav as well as your boy from Felines that will likely going to try to make that early rotation work for him. Abyss, he's going to get himself knocked down. That's not good. Look at the setup that you got there at the bakeries, right? Just 3 stacking their way in there is Felines. They got number 1 holding down farm. Abyss, they're just going to try to make this break work in only one angle. And Abyss is not going to get any value off of that operator. Going to get himself shot down. 3 players go down for Revenant and they will be stalling. As we got a War Machine inside of that hard point. It's a 2 stack at the very back. Crypt needs to time this last War Machine he has. That will be good for 1. Number 5 in blue and Wasim. He's going to have that high ground advantage here so far. R9 switcheroo, and that is going to be good for 2 eliminations. Going to have a Hunter Killer drone around, but Revenant still barely scraping by. Getting themselves struggling in this matchup right here. Feline Scav. They might just be able to make something work at the moment, but again, the storyline is that it was always been Felines that got themselves that early start, but on the hardpoint ending has always been Revenant that was able to secure all of the matches in there. Talking about the Hardpoint Summit, which was Felines off to a great start, but they could not finish. But here, does it follow the same exact route? Will history repeat itself, or do we find Felines find their way back in this matchup and bounce back? It's going to be the very main question, and to finally earn their first hardpoint win. But easier said than done when you got Revenant here, who's up by 2-1 on the series. They just only need 1 more elimination and it will be over, and they will be advancing to face Accelerate later on in just a couple of minutes, right? But they just need to win this matchup here first. Finally are able to close that lead down to just 20 points. They also get that better setup on that P2, so right now you're just in a very good spot. It's just all about converting your gunshots and your gunfights and random. Trying to build up to an EMP system. He's gonna get himself eliminated. It elevates still. Felines. Oh my god, what did I say? Elevate. Felines is still going to have themselves the rotation here. We'll see him. Yeah, nice timing there for Cyro. Just slowly pick that angle. Felines gonna get that shot down. And Scav and Bothead combining for 5 eliminations. Revenant is gonna be falling down, and it is going to be a reset on the attack. Scav, the super soaker, just getting all of the hard point hold inside of this hard point. And man, Revenant struggling to break this speed too. That has been the storyline here. Wasim, they're gonna get these attacks coming in from the very back. He's gonna try to support his players through the front, but Dope finds shots with that Sparrow. Potted off the very back. He's gonna get taken down. But Felines gonna get a couple of more contests happening. Scav, how did he not die on that Sparrow? Well, one thing for sure, Dope, he's gonna get himself taken down. And Felines, again, still with the lead. Heading into the next hard point, it's gonna be 50-50. Random needs to make a lot of plays working for his team here, as he's the only guy alive coming into this. Spray down is gonna be working for him as he eliminates Olive. Another one will look to try to contest on the staircase. That's going to be a 3-stack. Random needs to find some backup. The cavalry arrives. Is it entirely on time? Yes, it does. And Revenant now finally able to stabilize inside of the hardpoint master. Gonna be holding down staircase. Attack is in every angle. You need to rotate out as much as possible. Just need to get every player on a great angle. Crypt holding down the head glitch is able to get one. And hardpoint still contested by Felines. It never stops. They just continue to stack it every time. Just like how Elevate plays it inside of these hills. And Revenant cannot really take that heat. They will force an early rotation on to next. Something that was very lacking for them on the first set of hardpoints. So let's see if they're going to be able to find some turnaround here. Abyss is going to have himself that equalizer. And that's good for 1. Olive is going to get himself taken down. And man, it's going to be 196 to 134. Pothead trying to make this break work. There's just so many players there. No way in hell he wins that unless there is going to be an operator invested. Olive does have himself a Sparrow, but He's still gonna get himself taken down. So nice hold that you're getting here if you're Revenant. Random just about to unlock his Annihilator. That means more trouble if you're Felines. You're gonna get caught across the map. Snapback works for Random. Entirely not the case here so far. He should be able to get some information here, but does not find any value on that Annihilator. So that means Felines will be able to break this as they got a pinch play working. They'll be the first team to reach a 200-point mark and keep that pressure up. Revenant falling behind. And that is just all of it, the right reads. Hunter Killer Drone out. Not going to get that guy taken out of the way. Revenant. Yeah, they're getting punchies here. We'll see him just kind of playing around. Get that pressure going, and Master still going to be able to convert. 207 to 178 will be the score. Do we have Felines forcing around or map number 5 on this lower bracket, or will we see Revenant bounce back and able to win this match to book their ticket to the lower bracket finals to go up against Accelerate? Let's go and find out. Pothead gonna get himself taken down. Dope with the Sparrow. That should be able to clean the hard point. And that is the nade that will take him out. That is just rough right there. Felines gonna give themselves another slack just by finding these 2 kills from Pothead. War Machine gonna be invested for Crypt. That is not gonna find anything, but the pressure is there. More importantly, Revenant needs to go inside the hill. They need to hop on it. They need to surge, fly forward. But Master, they all get shut down by the War Machine. Felines, they're holding the last 15 seconds. Revenant needs to stack it and also maintain the next hardpoint rotation. But they do not have all those moments. Felines can end it on this next hardpoint. 3 seconds on that last hill. We're moving on to New Olive. Gonna get himself taken down. Nice shot there for Dope. Master with the War Machine, trying to cut everybody across the map. Flank is not gonna be working. Scab there for the shot down. And that is gonna be 2 eliminations for him. 20 more points for Felines to force a round number 5. It's entirely possible. Dope now clutching it up. Only the player alive for Revenant there. Reinforcements comes and Cavalry will be there to reinforce inside the hill. But now it is going to be the second wave of defense for Felines that will be caught in here by Master, who goes up huge, finds those 2 breaks at the very back, and you got Felines resetting in multi-angles still. This still might just be a pinch play. Crypt finds one off the back, now swings inside. Random is going to get himself taken down. Dope still finds his way in, making the play for Revenant and the Hunter Killer Drone to take down those 3 players inside of the hard point. It's still possible Revenant will be able to force another hard point rotation, but they gotta be perfect. It is gonna be the end if they cannot hold on to this last 10 seconds that Felines need on this last hard point. It is a round number 5, a map number 5 that will be forced. Revenant, you're asking them to play a hold of a lifetime. They get Dope. 42 eliminations already. He's gonna have that Sparrow just locking in down the back alley through graveyards. Olive is gonna make that push through the staircase, and Wasim, he's gonna be the playmaker inside, but Revenant gets right back inside the hill. They still got the spawns in their favor. That means unlimited reinforcements. Hardpoint contested, but Dope there, shutting down the player, holding down the staircase. Annihilator will be brought in, but it's not gonna be good. Wasim holding it in, playing the objective, just stopping the time for Revenant and waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Scab there for the Super Soaker. They cleaned the hill. Scab with the shutdown, and Felines, they stay alive. They move in to play a map number 5. This is what we die for. Underdog stories. Felines, all it took was that one extra guy to see their full potential. And would you take a look at that? That is going to be 250 to 233. Felines Olive was doing great. I mean, everybody did great. I mean, you know what? I gotta have to give it to Scav. That guy, every time there was a run being sparked by Revenant, he's always bringing that purifier and just stopping that push every time. And that will bring it to a close. Right? I mean, that's gonna end it. 250 to 233. Revenant is in deep, deep trouble. You do win that Search and Destroy Express and that Hardpoint Summit, but I mean, you do win that Hardpoint Summit as well as the Control Arsenal. But a Search and Destroy Express, that was won by Felines, and we're heading into Tunisia right up next, and that is going to be anybody's map there. Who wants it more is the question. Is it going to be Felines or is it Revenant? They got the most pressure on this series right here. Felines has got nothing to lose. In fact, they're not expecting, more importantly, that they're gonna win this matchup against Revenant for sure, but they are having all of those moments done correctly for them so far. And man, that is just insane right there. So that's gonna end it, right? That is gonna be Revenant and Felines now gonna have to play a map number 5. And you guys, if you guys are liking this, make sure you drop a follow on the official Call of Duty Mobile in the YouTube page. Again, they have their own community tournaments right here. Once again, your voice for this tournament, it is Cali Gaming. I am out sick. Supposed to not be casting today, but we gotta get this game over with. And Revenant and Felines might just have cured my disease. All right, let's get it going, man. We're moving into round number 5. Search and Destroy Tunisia. That will be your map to go. We'll be right back in a couple of bit. Let me just take a break. All right, are we guys ready for the round number 5? This is going to determine who is advancing to play Accelerate on the lower bracket finals. This is going to be a match of a lifetime. Revenant really not looking good here at all. And if they lose this, it is going to be tough once again for them to take this matchup right here. But anyways, once again, we are back on our caster desk, and yep, it may look like I am okay, but remove the filters, I look dead. But that's not gonna stop us to get this game hyped up, right? Let's get it going. Let's move on to round number 5. Search and Destroy. Here we go. Winner advances to the lower bracket finals. Loser gonna take themselves away from the games in the tournament, and they will have to wave their early goodbyes. Let's get it going. Now we got Scav just around the corner. He got himself with that R9 once again, and the sniper are going to be the most dominant factor here. And if you're Felines, do you have anybody there, right? That's Olive, who scored 10 eliminations on the Search and Destroy Express. You're going to rely on him to make at least one shot to work, but Revenant going to get themselves some shots to connect. And nope, going to hear that. Scav going to feel that pain. He's going to have to back away. You hear those sound cues. And Revenant on the attack, looking very strong. But Crypt able to get a 1 elimination on the connectors, but not enough. Revenant getting all these reads at the right time. And Scav forced to run away on a 1v4. Able to hear Cyro for now, but Master gonna be able to get a takedown, and that is Revenant with that round number 1.
Enemy has dropped the bomb. Destroy the objective. We got the bomb.
All right, let's get it going. It's now round number 2, and Felines, they're gonna get themselves the attack on the B side here this time. Cyro is gonna have himself that sniper, and he's gonna have himself a little bit more of a trouble here. So just pick only the needed angles, but he extended out. No way. Felines. Oh boy. Scav, why did you reload in front of a gunfight? Tiny mishaps there for Felines. And that is for Revenant to punish. Hold down to Crypt, gets taken down, and that will still be Revenant with that bomb diffusal right there. And nice response that they got, especially when they knew that the attack will be coming in at the B site. They quickly had their players push up on the main door, and that was just able to get that 3D attack for them, and their reinforcements was just more than enough to really overwhelm Felines as they try to take that hit. Gotta have to think better here. Be a bookworm, because Revenant now looking pretty steady as well as confident to win this match right over here. Felines decide to take it very slow, and even with them just trying to fake that swing on the B side, Random is still there for some denials. Shots going to be traded here, but Olive is going to have one of his teammates again to fall down, and that's going to be Scav. Aggressive pickoffs on the mid-map, and that's Cyro for the shot down. It's a 4v2 with Crip and Wasim as the last two guys standing here. Let's see what can they do. Abyss just there for one, and Random once again. He's been the gatekeeper of today's side, and partly the main reason why you see Felines just kind of too hesitant in just attacking today's side. They did not go there on that round number 2 because they knew that Random was just hitting his shots, and it's just been a pain in terms of dealing with. One thing you can do, you can just smoke off where he's angling up, but if you try to smoke him off and focus on the gunfights up front, that will be dope with that 3 eliminations. And again, it's a double lockdown. Revenant up 4-0. Felines, it's that problem all over again. That A site, that's not the place where you want to take that hit. Revenant just too good at it, either through dope or random. They were just killing it, frying all these members up. Felines still taking that attack on the A side. Let's see what can they have here. Dope just trying to bait out some players. Script able to take down Master. Opening at the mid-map. They can utilize that to make those push, but Dope cannot make anything work more than that. It's all down to Random, as well as Cyro. Pushing up on the shadows. That is going to be Olive, who's going to get himself eliminated. Wasim still alive. Random, I'm surprised he is still able to survive that long duration, but Felines now going to be able to take some shots to get the conversions there as well. And they will now have themselves their first round win, but they need 3 more to tie it up. Do they got what it takes to make this at least a 4-2 split before we switch the sides? They're gonna want to take that attack on the mid-map, while also sending out Olive to make some scouting report on where this players potentially will be at if you try to take that attack on the B side. Not much really working in so far. Wallbangs for Cyro. Not a lot of connections are being done. Now, one thing for sure, this A site, it's gonna be riddled with a lot of amazing players from Revenant, and it all starts with Dope with the close range gunfights at R9. Has just been amazing. You also do got Random there with the 8 eliminations, who was the first Blood Reaper in the first few rounds, but now you got the opening there for Felines on that mid-map. They just want to take that attack on the B side. Smoke there to cover up the track. Scav is pushing up. Cyro finds the first blood. Wasim is on the corner. He does not spawn him. So the first defender down. Crypt all alone at the mid-map. Does not find any attack to work for him. But Revenant still gonna be falling down. It's all down to Random on a 1v3 situation. Wasim just on an off angle on the balcony. 40 seconds left. for Random to make a play. Find some shots here. Wasim is gonna get jumped on. Random, I was surprised he did not take that execution there. That was a moment of a lifetime for him. But I still do want to try to clutch this. Random has just been an Iceman for Revenant in some of his instances. But it's going to be tough right here. That's going to be Olive on the other side. I will take you out, and it's going to be a 40 split. Revenant won the first 4 rounds, and Felines responded back with the last 2, able to get that adjustment, but they got to be a lot quicker. Now you're on the defense. Revenant starting on the attack. Let's see what they got here. Pothead. Just getting those nades tucked in. Revenant, they're pushing B relentlessly. And you're going to need to play Scav here on a tight angle, and he converts 1. Gets out with his life. His teammate there now on rotation. Wasim slowly getting it done, but the triple child is not going to be able to make him stay alive longer enough for him to make his teammates to get that attack and help him up. But now, he got it going in. Revenant should be able to put that bomb down. Still very cautious. Olive and Potted still very much alive in this round with 1 minute and 14 seconds left.
Bomb has been planted.
The only problem here really is Olive, right? I mean, he's just been creating all of that offsets. Pothead again on a swing, but Cyro with the flick on. It is a 1v3 with 30 seconds left. It's been looking good for Revenant. Again, it should be done by now. Dope fails to win that gunny. It's a 1v2. Oh my god. Olive. Another response. Master is down. It's Cyro. Last guy standing for Revenant. Fatal defusal. Cyro. Does he know? Yes, he does. And that is going to end it right there. Revenant will be able to win that match right there. And just 2 more rounds from closing the matchup and winning this round 5 and moving into the match up against Accelerate. But at Felines, can they still come back? Random and crew now will likely try to attack this B site. Scab with the 3-piece. No way. Random just saw his teammates just get killed by the shrapnel in front of him. PTSD is going to be a nightmare for him. He's getting hunted by 3 players. It's the attack of the undead. He's the last guy standing. And oh boy. This is not looking good. Only 1 kill he gets on that altercation. And Felines, that grenade was just such a huge help for him. That allowed that opportunity for them to just basically swarm the base. You saw it, Random was getting chased by 3 players at the ice cream truck, and man, they were having a fist on that one. Now let's see what's gonna happen here. Still a 4v5 situation. Random finally able to get himself to lock down 1 player. Opening has been made at the B site. Offside sniper. That will be Scav, or offside player. That will be Scav, who's got an R9 initially. Now as he falls down, the B side is the best area on the map where you want to take this attack. Olive gonna look pretty good on that. That's going to be 9 kills for them right now. This is going to be a very slow pace. Round number 9. Nobody really making any move here at all. But Pothead, he's gonna see this one first. Number 3 in blue. Flank is there for Dope. The bomb plan is gonna be working now on the B site. Olive on the head glitch. Just trying to make this attack work while waiting for his teammates. Grenade will be thrown out. Abyss, he's gonna get himself taken out of the way, but that is gonna be Random with the shot. Good for 1. Angle on the top, yellow. That will be Dope for the shot. Wasim back against the wall. Every step you take, every move you make, they'll be watching you. creepy vibes there, but Revenant close to winning this match, to booking their ticket up against Accelerate on that on that lower bracket finals, where we're going to be drawing closer to whoever is going to be facing Team Vitality on that grand finals, where it's going to be a best of 7, where you need to win 4 maps just to win it. Abyss will now have himself the bomb plant. That is going to be nice. 3 eliminations for him. Olive is going to be here, just playing the base, right? Abyss is just kind of drawing closer to whoever is going to be close by. Cyro does not get the kill, so Master and Abyss needs to find an angle here. Crypt is not going to get himself out of the way with that shot down. Dope on the flip side. Bomb is going to be... What happened there? Bomb was defused. Bro, I'm so out. I don't know what the play was there. If you're Revenant, right? I mean, even I didn't know that the bomb was planted. They were just playing for picks. That's a severe miscommunication that might give a team like Felines a momentum shift. Scab pushing up. Dope gets down to the ground, and that is a 2-piece potentially for Felines. No way. Little things like that is gonna give anybody some momentum. And you see it, Felines, despite losing, or despite only having a couple of players standing out, you saw it, Scav just took a nosedive there. And slowly and surely, this is it, right? That is going to be Felines responding back with 2 rounds. Oh boy. Can Revenant end it here? Or will Felines force overtime and try to cause an upset on this? It's anything's possible. Whoever wants it is gonna take it. The first blood looked pretty good if you're Felines. Now it's just about this kill. Oh, why Scav? Oh my god. This guy's making the best reads of his life. He just took down the best player of Revenant. That is random right there with 13 eliminations. So now you're in just a position where you might just be able to get the overtime that you want. But Revenant, they're going to keep you waiting. Number 5 in yellow. Going to be all on the balconies. Now at the connectors. And Wasim right now is just going to be able to push up. Oh boy, Master there for the bait and switch. That is nice to equalize the number, but you do have one more player to go down. Pothead just kind of got an angle on that for some reason. And Felines, they are still within reach to win this game. And with that pick down up against Cyro, Revenant now is in deep water. They are in trouble. This is going to be a nightmare for them. Once this switch of sides work and the game is going to be ending, right? We're going to be heading into the overtime. We're going to be switching sides every round. And yeah, this is just it. That did not look good. Olive gonna take that kill right there. And that is gonna destroy Revenant completely. Felines, who were playing 4v5 yesterday and was just exchanging hands with the Eye of the Tiger as the background music up against Team Vitality. Remember, they got 250 and 0, 7-1. And Felines right here just trying to cause something. They won Search and Destroy Express. They won Hardpoint at Standoff. On the flip side, Revenant, it's just been the better control team. They kind of get the Hardpoint Summit, but it was pretty close on the first game, and it was just kind of a snowball that happened. And that kind of snowball is what is going to be required here for Revenant to win this game, because I don't think this Feline squad is going to have any trouble going for the clutch, because this team is more than capable of just trying to get themselves this win. Again, a team that has nothing to lose is the worst team that you can go up against with. And Felines, They shouldn't be even in here, but they have made their way and earned their rights to be in a spot where they can secure a win up against Revenant and win a series entirely. With Seam finds 2 eliminations, hunting the other guy down. Abyss falls. It's a 3v2 situation. Bomb is down. Dope is the guy left standing. Can we see a 1v3 for him? Takes Crypt out of the way. Long flank coming in for Scav. That should be good. Olive with the pistol. Felines. 1 round away from taking down Revenant. That's what Jason Tatum would say. Anything is possible. All right. Barely not a Kevin Garnett possible parody there, but this is what it is, man. Take what you can get. Now we switch sides. Felines. They win this. They'll be able to take down Revenant, one of the sponsored teams in the Indian region. Again, a famous org that has its roots back in the Eastern Finals 2021, where they were able to participate along with Godlike and Team Vitality. And they're just trying to survive out here. They're trying to stack this A side. All of us got great side. Where will they might just be the do or die here for Revenant. Olive, the better sniper up against Random so far. The pick down is there. That is dope. Low HP, just get out. Olive does not make it out in time. We'll see him exchanging hands. Bomb is going to be planted. 45 seconds left. You're going to have to wait for Scav to make a long flank. Cyrus got full angle on this. Oh, the timing. Let's see him just able to make it all the way to boxes. He's making his flank work. Okay. 9 shots there for Revenant. They stay alive. It's 7-7.
Enemy has dropped the bomb. Destroy the objective.
This game is just making my battery drained up, man. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here. Scav's going to have that R9 once again. First blood going the way of Felines. Abyss going to get himself falling down. And Master and Cyro, the last 2 guys standing. This is just going to be a blitzkrieg. Not even a very slow-paced game. But Master, good for 2. That might just be able to turn the tides. Master needs to clutch this. Revenant wants to book a rematch up against Accelerate. Need to take this 1v2 clutch. Bomb's gonna be in the A site. And Odin, it hits on this long range engage. Spots the foot. Crypt still manages to get the takedown there despite not having that earlier information. There we have it. Revenant again back against the wall. Felines trying to score one of the best movie endings, like Bonnie Rabbit on 8 Mile. Can we see the 313 rise up once again? Because there's no such thing as halfway crooks. Scared to death, scared to look at his yearbook. Here we go. That's going to be Felines finding the shots to work for them at Random, able to make the opening break. They're going to have to put that bomb down, though. That is going to be it. 3v2 situation, making it a 2v2 with Dope finding the kill onto Scav. Olive forced to back away. Bomb will be planted. Random, last guy standing. He falls down. Felines! They win it! Let them know it. An offset here at TUSSLE THRIVE. Call of Duty Mobile India. Felines books their ticket to the lower bracket finals to go up against Accelerate. Revenant stunned. They cannot speak. It ends here. The journey on the playoffs is terrible. You went down up against Accelerate. Now you got taken down by Felines. Olive, what a game. What a play. And this is the games that you like to see. And that is going to be it, right? It's over. It's done. This game 5 is going to be Felines' team to win. And that is going to end it. Crypt, Karma, Pothead, and Olive, Scab, and Wasim, they will be playing in the lower bracket finals, where they will go up against Accelerate on that matchup. We'll be right back right after this break. Peace out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Call of Duty Mobile Tussle Thrive. You just saw an upset made by Felines up against Revenant at the lower bracket semifinals, and now we got ourselves a new match up ahead, and it's Felines this time to go up against the likes of Accelerate, who was taken down by Team Vitality at the upper bracket yesterday at our final game. And it looks like they are going to be having a great show match in this kind of moments right here, right? And it's going to be great to see them actually try to hit it up, because Accelerate, they're projected to be the number 3 team, in India. They got G-Shots, Ghost, Extincts, Rebel, Vegas, and Burns, and this team has got what it takes. And I don't even know who do I have to highlight here, but if there's any 2 players I can, it's gotta have to be G-Shots and Rebel. These 2 players has just been able to kill it very consistently, especially when it comes to playing those hard points. But if there's any guy I want on my team when I'm playing in this search and destroy, so I gotta have Vegas on my team, especially when they have the firing range map, and that's just going to be one hell of a blender for the other side if he gets hot in there. But they did kind of underperform when they went up against Team Vitality, and just signifies that there's still a lot of games that they gotta work into to improve their craft. But this is the good time about this. Apart from the major tournament, right, you got Tussle Thrive, brought to you by Call of Duty Mobile India Discord server, and GLXY as our media partner. Right, we want to bring everybody an opportunity to showcase their gameplay, and not just on the main stage, but at the community level. And Accelerate has been able to get those reps in, but the team that they're going up against with has fully controlled the pacing, the match up against the likes of Revenant earlier today. And again, bringing up the joy, it is what it is, right? Bringing up a spotlight for these community teams. I think we may just have, you know, a new superstar in the making. I don't think that Revenant was kind of playing worse today, but Team Felines, they played pretty good, right? Their timing was just on point, but can they go up a level higher? Because that's what Accelerate can have in this matchup right here. So hopefully they do got what it takes to be able to get this match to sort out, because if you can have the same kind of play coming in for Crypt, Pothead, and Scav, and have Wasim and Olive just be the difference maker on your squad, you should have a great chance of winning this right here. But we'll see, right? It starts here in our Call of Duty Mobile Tussle Thrive match number 2 for our grand finals. Winner of this best of 5, they will be heading into the grand finals, where they have to go and try to take down Team Vitality in there. Accelerate cannot fumble this. We're going to be heading into Hardpoint APOC on our first map. We go to Search and Destroy Express on our map 2. And should we go the long distance, Control Arsenal will be our map to go. Now, map 4 and map 5, should we see the long distance, right? That is going to be Hardpoint Agenda and Search and Destroy Tunisia. So let me know in the comment section if you guys think that Felines will be able to win this match right here, or is it going to be a quick 3-0 for the likes of Accelerate. It's important to mention, though, that Felines did win the Search and Destroy Express up against Revenant, and they were able to win the Search and Destroy Tunisia as well on an overtime to heave it up. And if they could just win that extra hard point here, they should be good to go if they are playing it the long distance on the game number 5, right? And honestly, it is just going to be that case time and time again. If you just want to get some more information and where these players are just kind of tuning into, right? Let's bring you guys the last time that they met, and that's going to be on the league stage. And obviously for Felines, they came here as the 4th team with a 2-1 record. They did not have it pretty easy, but for Accelerate, they did meet up against each other, and that was on July 20, and it was a 2-0 victory for the side of Accelerate. So there's already histories between these 2 teams on the league stage, but maybe the playoffs is entirely a different thing, right? But because the last time the Revenant went up, the first time that Revenant went up against the Felines, it was just an easy win for this side of Revenant. But this time it did not pan out very well on the other side, right? It was a 3-2 victory for Felines up against the likes of Revenant, and that is going to be the biggest problem about this part right here. If we're not going to be able to see the dominance for Accelerate today, the chances of seeing Felines try to score one of the massive gameplays and to earn their way to the grand finals might just be huge. So this is going to be setting the tone on this map number 1 on this Hardpoint APOC, where again, a classic map, everybody starting to fall in love with it. You see the map number, the Hardpoint number 1 is always going to be evenly contested, but when you have your players just get that early setup on P2, more specifically on this map at the APOC, you're just gonna be able to get so much value on your rotations. And I hope that this team's right here able to prioritize that, because once you get that setup on tempos, there's just unlimited reinforcements for your squad in winning the Hardpoint and just finding the stack and playing those trades time and time again. Meanwhile, on the flip side, if you do come on late on this rotation, you do kind of spawn onto P4 right through Turtles, and you got only one lane to take it, right? One easy lane. It is through Secret, right? The entrance to the P1. But when there will be a guy set up from the opponent on that head glitch on that tiny window, it is gonna be hard to win that gunfight right there. So some teams would love to try to smoke that, but once they hop inside the Hardpoint, there are guys on the hop up on those tiny corners, just kind of using that smoke up against this team that's trying to make that break. It is gonna be what it is, right? We're still waiting for our last player to stand up, and yes, Cav, who are they missing? I feel like it's going to be Crypt. I hope Crypt is gonna be able to hop into this, because my battery is running low too. He said he needed to charge. I need to charge as well, man. So let's get this game started. But once again, if you're just tuning in, we're gonna Japanese this out of the way. So yeah, just hold on for a little bit. We're gonna yap our way into our map number 1. It is Accelerate once again, going up against Felines here. Again, our map is gonna be Hardpoint APOC, Search and Destroy Express, Control Arsenal. And if we go to long distance, SnD and Search and Destroy Tunisia will be our maps to go. So let me know in the comment section which team you guys are gonna be supporting, and who do you guys think will be winning this match right here, because this is going to determine who is gonna be going to the grand finals and face Team Vitality, a team that hasn't won any major and community tournaments for the past 2 years, all because of Godlike. Can they break that curse, or will these teams from this lower bracket able to earn their way up and score an upset? Let's see what's gonna happen though, as Accelerate will be playing as the team that's heavily favored on this matchup right here. We're not gonna wait any longer. Enough of that yapping. More on this gameplay. Accelerate and Felines, they are good to go. Who's gonna come up on top on this best of 5 series? Let's get it started. Let's go and find out. P1 gonna open up. All right, let's go. Player to watch, that has got to be Accelerate Cheese Shots, one of the best SMG players that you got for Accelerate. And also a player like Gravel, again, that AR just kind of hits every time. He's a pocket tectonic right there, and obviously he's got that talent to become one of the best things that India can offer in the world stage. Just give him more time. Definitely off to a great start for Accelerate, as they do find the early half of this game, and this is where the collapse will soon start to happen if you're Felines. If you do not get the first 30 seconds, either the last 30 seconds of this P1, and you can't flip that spawn, a chance of a snowball is just so huge that you would think that it's pretty much over before it even started, and before even barely half of the games. But good and great job here for G-Shots as he finds himself 4 eliminations before getting taken down. Now this last 3 seconds should go the way of Felines, but they're going to be coming off late on this. This is what I'm saying. You see the angles that's being taken here by Vegas. They are going to be on Temple just trying to cut this players across, and this is not going to be looking good right here. Crypt able to at least find some shots working for his team. 50 seconds left on this hard point. That is plenty of time for you to contest if you're Felines. You're just trying to go your way, but goes there for some shot downs. Revel there for the help, and that is going to be the reinforcements in the cavalry arriving for Accelerate to withstand the first wave of gunfights. Felines feeling the pain of playing the back-to-back game, but they do find some shots to work, and they get themselves inside of this hard point, but they do gotta win the next wave of attacks as we got Accelerate just really beside that point, quickly reinforcing and just having so much pressure constantly on that last 10 seconds. Felines at least does get their time on the last 10 seconds. Getting that scrap means they're just gonna make this just a one rotation away from getting that lead, so Accelerate is still not far apart. Still a chance of a comeback might be possible here, for as long as the attack that will be prepared right up next is going to be tight and clinical. If you're Felines, Accelerate still going to be the favorite team to win everything on this map right here. 69 to 31 on the scoreline. No operators is going to be brought out here apart from that Scab Purifier. That is going to break that hill, and that is going to be good for 3 eliminations. Felines just able to flush away Accelerate on this engage. Last 30 seconds is going to be huge for Felines to earn their way back into this game and just have an opportunity to take that lead. But Accelerate quick on their feet. Shoelace Slay stop there, just simply too fast. They're going to be able to break that hill. This last 18 seconds is going to be extending that lead even further, and Felines gotta have to take some notes. Now you just lost out on a huge P3. Now you're just gonna think about bigger picture. Where are you on this P4? What kind of setup are you gonna be taking? You need to be able to flip the spawns. You need to take the left side off the map if you do want to take full massive control on this P4. And not, it is just gonna be Accelerate just going in for a major onslaught. Goes gonna get himself taken down. Felines still contesting in multiple angles, but goes again able to shot that push on the player that's just trying to flip spawns for Felines. And look at that lead growing huge. Night and day performance that we're seeing for Felines when they went up against Revenant. Accelerate just somehow not getting anything done here. The lapses, they are filling it. Cannot get any of these fights to work at the moment. Olive is the only player that has remained positive and consistent. He's got himself 14 eliminations, but his teammates still just very slow in these gunfights. Cannot win any of these engages. That has just been the difference between these two squads. Accelerate, clearly just the better players fundamentally and mechanically. P1 now is going to be about to reset. We're going to be heading back into that mid-map, and once again Accelerate will still have the better spawns in this map. Felines gotta have to think it through and be a lot smarter, because this is not gonna give you any opportunity to win. Because if you lose out on this, it is just going to be pretty hard once you do have the shots to work for your squad, right? So now let's see what is going to be happening here. 143 to 72 is going to be the scoreline. Shots being fired by Vegas. Good for 2 eliminations. Revel with the Annihilator. He's going to have himself a Type 19 once again. He's only got 12 eliminations, and that still is going to keep him intact inside his hardpoint. That has kept him alive. Felines, again, needs to break through this. They got the Crypt just playing around the back and still loses that. So no flip spawns is going to happen. They do take that last 10 seconds on this hard point, but not enough clearly on this one. Gotta make sure that you have yourself a great gunfight hold on this. Maybe push through hop up if you're Felines, because you're just getting shredded. 3 players go down. Revel good for 2 eliminations. Accelerate 153 is their score. As we open up this P2, they might just get the full 60 on this, knowing that Feline has just been coming off flat on these attacks. But now you see it. Some signs of life. You get to see the attack now coming in. It is going to be 158 to 98. Jeffrey Dahmer, that is going to be extinct. All right, not gonna be a problem. This guy about to lead another massacre as Felines continues to fall short on this. Let's see what's gonna happen here. It's going to be a G shots. 168 to 100 is going to be the scoreline. Scav gets himself taken down, and boy, oh boy, seems like Felines cannot get any cash on that, so they decided to just go in, come up, get this rotation right on this B2. This B3. All right, that's going to be it, right? Crypt gonna go down. Vegas, obviously, is going to have a very, very good spot on this high ground that he's got. And this team, again, they're just heavily squandering, right? Gunfights is being won over and over again by Accelerate. That's going to be the operators. Just going to be connecting properly there for a couple of seconds, but Accelerate still going to remain inside the hill. I mean, looking at this way, looking at the rate of the game is being played here, it's just Accelerate, again, just being the overall dominator of this. Shots after shots after shots, they have just been clearly the better team. Felines still hasn't really gotten back up after that win up against Revenant. And this is the thing, right? You kind of exert so much energy on that matchup right there. It kind of gave your all, so you're just really going to come off flat on your first game. And I feel like that's going to be expected, knowing that Felines definitely did lose up against Revenant on their first map. They're really not much of a great starter team, but again, anything is possible here, right? For Accelerate, they've just been looking prepared. The gunfight is just definitely there. Jeffrey Dahmer with 30 eliminations goes with 31, and man is frying. 57 seconds on this P4. They might just be able to end it here. Felines, this is their last line of attack. Goes, holding down the fort, sprays one. Not gonna get anything more than that, but G-shots sliding in, flying forward. Not gonna get more shots than what his teammates had. Formerly Felines will be able to flip their spawns. They will be able to get some shots to go through, and they will claim time inside that hill. Something that was lacking for them when they played on the first set of Hardpoint rotation. Now, is it just too late? G-shots brings out the Spiral. Rebel there with the Annihilator. They will be able to pop in 3 players, and Felines back at their spawns. And this is just terrible right here. Crypt gonna get himself taken out, and oh boy, 243 to 136. Rebel is gonna get himself taken down, and oh man, Felines still will be able to force another hardpoint rotation, but they gotta have to play it perfect here. Accelerate only needs 7 points to win this match. They can end this on this P1. Scav bringing out the Purifier, not good enough. He's gonna get himself taken down, and the hard point will belong to Accelerate as they maintain the fort. The defense is strong. Accelerate wins map number 1. And there we go, man. That's gonna fully finish our first game off this lower bracket finals. It's 250 to 146. Let's take a look at this game here once again. Jeffrey Dahmer gonna lead this lobby in terms of total kills, and I mean in terms of the impact score. 63 seconds on the hard point with 188 on the impact rating, 33 and 19 deaths. That's gonna be almost a 2.0 KD for him, but not good enough. But Accelerate showed why they are considered the 3rd best team in the Indian region so far on this matchup right here. Just savvy, dominant gameplays. Only one player went negative, and that is Rebel. But even he was just playing that hard point and just stacking the hill. So that's gonna fully end it. Right now it's gonna be ending. Hardpoint APOC done. We're moving, so search and destroy. And that game will be happening after this break. And we're not giving you guys any wait any longer. Now we're just going to be starting this game right here. Accelerate's going to start on the attack side. It is going to be Felines again. Not going to be alienated on this map. This is going to be entirely a great job here for the squad so far for Felines, as they got the first 3 eliminations, and it seems like they're just really a better express team, which is the most surprising part about this. You do kind of see it. Jeffrey Dahmer there for this lay, and yep, Pothead gonna get himself out of the way. Force to first force to play on the next round. Felines, that one's gonna need this round right here to convert, as they do have that man advantage on this map so far. Olive was that playmaker for them last game that they played on this map. I feel like he scored 13 elimination if I was not mistaken. You do have Crypt off the very back, just kind of just capitalizing the skills. I've already spotted where Jeffrey Dahmer is at. Called the cops. He is out exposing the open, but you take matters into your own hands and you go in for that bullet right exactly to the body. Felines. What a start on that round number 1. This is exactly not that kind of map where you would think Accelerate would excel at, right? For as long as you want to play firing range, just want to be the map that you want to play. But again, Accelerate, G-shots, gonna take the kill onto Wasim. First 15 seconds, not a lot gonna go by. Felines is just open to playing a retake here, which is the most amazing part about this, because they look really confident trying to play this attack here. Scav just could not convert that kill on the bomb site, and that's gonna be a heavy punish. Felines is gonna be down to their last 3 players. Shots fired straight to the throat, but Crypt cannot convert that. It's all down to his teammate Olive, cannot hit the shot. Pothead is gonna be the playmaker, but his body gonna be dropped down to the train tracks, and Accelerate goes Sonic Boom, and they take that round number 2 right there quick. It started with the first blood, and then they quickly hit that bomb and played the numbers game and forced Felines to play a disadvantage on the manpower as well as that retake. They had less angles to cover there. Jeffrey Dahmer, first blood Reaper, gonna take matters to his own hands. He hears that info. Scav falls down, flies through, and he's the one that's gonna come up and come down to the ground. Pothead on a very tight corner, and Dahmer cannot hit that shot right there. And Felines gonna have themselves at least 3 more players alive here on the A side. Accelerate still trying to take things into their own hands, but Prince Wasim with the 3-piece. Felines going to have that 2-1 scoreline so far. Most surprising fact about this, yeah, Felines is just so good on this map, and again, there's just so many talents that you got here in India. And if you continue to have some teams just to play like this, right, and you have a proper tournament structure outside of that, outside of the major stage, like this community tournament in TUSSLE Thrive, you're just guaranteed to have so much diamond in the rough just show up. And on this kind of pressure, that's where diamonds are made. Crypt gonna take down Vegas right there. Pothead again for a follow-up. Felines has just been on the onslaught here. They're just invading the enemy spawns. They seem pretty comfortable in just playing this kind of maps up against the top teams, and I wonder how well are they gonna be doing if they are gonna go up against Team Vitality and Godlike, right? Maybe not on the hard points, but exactly just on this map right here, where they've been pretty solid. But Revel, can he clutch this? 1 minute and 4 seconds that he's got. He's been able to take down 1 guy. He can take his time right here. He got the bomb. But if, you can also play for a retake, but you gotta have to be very careful on the long range. As soon as I was about to say that, Felines able to get their kill eliminations. And there we have it, right? Accelerate, just don't get exposed. Revel is gonna have that bomb once again. The A side was the only positive part on their attack side so far, and I think that's where they're gonna try to take that hit right here. We'll see him gonna get smoked. But number 1 in blue, Scav is gonna get himself taken down. Oh boy. Number 3, Pothead spots Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, the hunt begins. It's Finding Nemo. Where is he? Dory gets spotted, and there he goes. A little bit of a do-si-do right there. Accelerate is strapped on the lockers. They're pretty much locked up, no pun intended. Once number 2 in blue makes his rotation, that's Olive on the trains. It will be pretty hard. They'll try to escape from this. The only option that she's got at this point, right, is going to be the gunfights, and Jeffrey Dahmer finds the pick at the very back. Olive is going to get sorted out. We'll see him. We saw him end up with 11 eliminations up against Revenant on the same exact map. But this time he's not going to get any more players on his screen, as the swing by is going to be on the B side. Crip. Yep, he has spotted all those players. Forced to run away. His teammate, that is going to be Wasim. Yeah, just be careful because the train is going to be in. You don't want to get run over. Just be very careful. You're going to get delayed. Bomb is going to get planted. Yep, it is going to be a passenger sold train. Wasim making all this noise. Jeffrey Dahmer on the corner. He pops up out of nowhere, and just like that, that's going to be a kill for Accelerate. More pressure boiling in for the side of Felines. Revel, they should be able to get this kill right here. There we go. G-Shots takes down Crypt. And that's Accelerate fighting their second round win on this Express map. Jeffrey Dahmer has been one of the highlights here. I feel like the first bloods and the way he was just able to take down Scav, who just loves to play around the very back of the map, is just pure gunfight right here. This time Vegas able to take down Crypt. The push on the B site gonna be aggressive, very fast pace. They plant that bomb at the first 20 seconds. They're not even thinking what kind of setup that Felines has got. And now it's Pothead off the very back, finding that kill. You pretty much have a couple of players all around the map if you're Felines. That is plus. Multi-angle attack that is awaiting for you, but Ghost just too ready for that fight right there. And Olive, wrong angle taken, and that will be a punish done by Accelerate. Ghost just gonna find out where Olive is at, and Revel there for the shutdown is all down to Scav. Why is he at the spawns? Yep. He's fully given up. He knows it's over. Doesn't want to get any more deaths in this match right here. Accelerate. They'll beat Saking. That 3-3 scoreline before we switch the sides. They kind of struggled going in for the win at the very half, but when they started to have Jeffrey Dahmer in Vegas just find his first watch for them, it just all changed. Now a couple of problems here for Scav. He's not gonna have himself available on this round number 7. Just sticking around at the base. That's not gonna look good for this squad right here. And here we have it. This is going to be Revel. 4 eliminations. Felines, they're just kind of waiting around. They got Pothead as the bomb holder. The A side is where they really intent on planting that bomb, but they're pretty sketchy on it. Why is this bomb site so clear, so quiet? There should not be peace on this area on the map. It turns out Accelerate is just trying to play for retakes. Lineup should follow up now. Nades, tacticals are going to be thrown out. Jeffrey Dahmer able to take down Crypt. Smoke is going to be dropped. Fake bomb defused. G-Shots going to get himself taken down. Vegas They're gonna have to trust Rebel to win this gunfight right here. Locker room control. Trains for the side of Vegas. Now they can go in for the defusal, and that is gonna be a quick clean. It's all down to Scav. He is throwing grenades at the very back of the map. And they can stick the defusal right here. Jeffrey Dahmer is gonna win that round right there. So Felines is back to where they started yesterday. And that's going to be the 4v5s. And I know for sure Scav is trying to charge his phone. He talked on the chat. He said, I need to charge my phone real quick. It seems like it had died out. And finally, Scav finally able to get the reconnection, but really costed this team some lives and some rounds. They had the lead initially on the first half, but when he was not appearing on the team, there was no motion for Felines. And again, we bring it back with Vegas taking down Crypt. Ghost trying to throw that nade. He knows that there's going to be a bomb plan happening here. They'll likely try to play for a retake. That's going to be Scav reconnecting here once again. Just very, very tough for him. Not getting any shots in this game right here. This is just Wasim versus everybody. It's a 1v4 situation. Bomb is going to get defused. And just like that, accelerate. Only needing 2 more points to win this match right here. And try to go up 2-0. Earn that game point. And be closer to just... Now they're punching their teammate. This guy is showing us. Can we execute Scav right now? Because he's definitely trolling. Shoot him in the head, Wasim. You don't deserve this. But yeah. Trying to make all those noise at the very back. They want Scav to stay alive because he is a key playmaker on this team. You saw him just be the front man every time. A double chow. Oh boy, classic high-low action on that. Scav finally able to reconnect, but Dahmer there for the shutdown. 3v3 situation. Revel just waiting for his teammates to just get those attacks. I mean, that's that. The bomb is just exactly where you want it to be, and that's within G-Shot's hands. Felines needs to fight their way through just to get here. And Olive standing no chance here whatsoever. Gonna get himself taken down there by G-Shots, and it's Accelerate that just gets this one through. 6-3 on the scoreline. Back to be 7-3 if Scav do not connect. This was basically a 4v5 when we started the second half. It's just going to be the breaks of the game, right? You gotta have to be prepared for this kind of moments. And Jeffrey Dahmer gonna get one shot connecting. G-Shots takes down Wasim. Yeah, they're on a foot race to try to take down Scav on the spawns. There we go. Free kill for Dahmer. That's gonna boost up his kill department and also try to get the MVP here. Felines. This has just been a problematic gameplay for them. Scav failing to connect, and Felines back against the wall, facing elimination on this round, spraying, and G-Shots gets the elimination to bring Accelerate. The 2-round lead on this series, gonna be closer to getting this victory and forcing their ticket, booking their ticket to the grand finals to meet the squad of your boys from Team Vitality. And here we go, man. Looking at what at hand, you kind of see it here. 3-7. Accelerate just kind of be doing a lot better when it was a 4v5. But one thing more than likely, when Scav was just on the roster, he was playing in the game, you saw Felines was just kind of up ahead, right? It was 3-2 before all of this stuff happened. And all of the disaster happened for Felines, but game is game. Gotta do what you gotta do. Now it's gonna be over. We head on to match number 3 that will be Control Arsenal right after this break. Oh boy. Then there's a problem. Felines will now be forfeiting their match up against Accelerate. And that means Team Felines will be losing and they will be taking the 3rd place of the tournament. And now it is going to be Accelerate that will be going up against Team Vitality on a best of 7. It's a battle between the number 2 and the number 3 team. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final game of CODM TUSSLE THRIVE, and it is going to be the grand finals. It is between Team Vitality, a team on a quest to earn their first championship for more than 2 years in Call of Duty Mobile, up against Accelerate, a surging squad and highly considered the number 3 team, and might just have the potential to upset a team like Vitality and Godlike once we are in the major stage. Joining you for this show once again, it's me, Cali Gaming. It's time to bring in our players for Team Vitality. It starts with Joko, Solo, Viper, Tectonic, Marvel, and Sams. Playmakers for you has gotta be Solo as well as Tectonic on those hard points, with Marvel and Sams as being the playmaker on those search and destroy. But never underestimate Viper, who's going to be playing here for this team in place for Joko's for this matchup right up against the surging squad of Accelerate, was fresh off of a win up against the likes of Felines at the lower bracket, but they did meet Team Vitality yesterday and they got swept 3-0. But we got totally different kind of maps here for this one, and it's gonna be all about being ready for whatever will be thrown at your face. And we started with Hardpoint Summit as our map number 1. We ain't gonna let you guys wait any longer. This is it. The grand finals starts now. It's going to be Vitality starting on the defensive side with Accelerate starting on the attack. Now it's going to be Accelerate just fully stacking their hard point. It's going to be number 1 in blue. And it's going to be Viper just trying to find a counter attack. It's going to be a double slam. And oh boy, Extinct and Viper, he's just really trying to fight for those computer spots. And man, Vitality off to a great slam. Vegas is going to try to play individually, sliding into the wrong angle. Going to get himself slammed by that R9. Accelerate just kind of doing the same exact thing here. Just trying to put off as much as pressure inside of that hard point, but it hasn't even translated to any of the conversions so far. And yeah, it is just Vitality very aggressive on this P1 and just surviving so much of the onslaught just is being thrown by Accelerate on this so far. Viper has got himself 3 eliminations, and this is a squad that, you know, is just super versatile, and no matter what weapons that they're going to be able to play inside of the map, they're just that good. And Accelerate needs to just do a lot better, right? You got Vegas still with only 0 eliminations. That was the thing for them when they faced this team yesterday. So something has got to change if you're Vegas. The pacing's not really looking good for you so far. So if you can really light things off to get this V2 opened up, it's just going to be a huge gunfight for your squad. But hasn't really translated here at the moment, as you got Vitality just hitting you with every angle. This has just been this is a strong map for them, and Accelerate, they're really feeling that pain of this hard point. Vitality has transcended to become one of those best hard point teams in the world, arguably better than Godlike right now in this kind of maps. But we'll see though what's going to be happening here. Accelerate, we saw them on the hard point again, just trying to backtrack to those just wondering why this is just a slow start for them. We saw them play the hard point last time. They had a pretty slow start, then they managed to change some hard points together, but obviously that's not going to be happening here so far on this matchup right here. And yeah, something has to change, right? It starts with that early rotation, which they do not have on this P3, so the struggle is going to continue even further. It's going to be the War Machine just being dropped here by Tectonic. They're just fully slamming the players coming through the greens, and also the zigzags. Tectonic, good shots, and the nice operator investments will be coming in for Sams as well. That will find a lot of eliminations. Vitality, they are on a hot spree. Everybody just getting shot down. Every angle that the Accelerate is trying to throw here. It's just been eliminations after eliminations for them. It has not been looking good. Ghost trying to break through from it. Finally, they will be able to find something inside of that hard point, but only for a brief moment as Marvel gets right back into it. Accelerate does find some contests, at least on that P3, but now you're starting on this game where you're going to have that early rotation on next. Need to get the proper setup. Vegas still off to a slow start. Only 3 eliminations. Solo there for the double chow, and Marvel and the Team Vitality squad trying to flip that spawn. They're just double slamming everything. Accelerate is not prepared for that, so that is going to be a P3 to a P4 chain. All because of that gunfight that was won there by Solo and Sam's, the wombo combo with the R9. Incredibly working at the moment. Marvel brings out the Annihilator. That is going to be good for one for sure, as Revel is going to earn his way inside. Just to do some time and help Accelerate find at least a lead change happening per hill breakdowns. 121 to 33 will be the scoreline here. And Solo, yeah, I mean, you're talking about the guy that can do everything. He is Himothy, right? At some point, if he was not brought into Team Vitality, right, I don't know what's gonna happen to him. But yeah, he's obviously very, very talented. But same thing if you're Accelerate Extincts. It's just on a different level when it comes to finding this laser for the squad, but also for G-Shots and Revel. Right now, you just want to get Vegas up to speed. That has been lacking for you so far on this Hardpoint Summit. And if you can get really close to just finding 2-for-1 trades, at least for the next 30 seconds, they should be able to score some time here. But again, we're heading back to P1 reset, and it's just spray downs after spray downs for Solo. 135 to 59 on the scoreline. Vegas, they're going to keep it scrappy here. This time, a much more different approach to what we saw from them on the first sets of Hardpoint. This time, they're finally able to score a break, but only for a brief moment. Viper on the hunt, trying to get some free stun. Accelerated spawning over towards the rest of the map, and G-Shots gonna get himself taken down. And you can see it's just going to be spawn trap just being done here by the side of Viper. That's gonna be able to delay all this reinforcements, and look at where Vitality is in, right? Just exactly inside of the hard point. 147 to 70 is gonna be the scoreline of this matchup right here, and it's looking pretty good for them. And now we're opening up P2 at least for the time being. Accelerate, they will be having the better spawns on this hard point. You got number 5 in yellow that will be holding it up, and that's going to be Revel with the 2 Ps. Extincts drops the War Machine. That should stop the bleeding so far, but eventually going to be traded out by Solo, who is just running loose on a rampage, spreading everybody down to the ground, and that's just a massacre that's just being done here by Solo. He has just been, you know, so much of the difference maker on this squad so far on this matchup. Accelerate on the flip side, still gonna have to rely on the top 3 players that they got that we mentioned earlier. Vegas still not really alive at the moment, still caught slipping here. And if he's not gonna get himself alive and just win these gunfights in this next set, there's just a high chance of Vitality just turned this into a 100-point club, which is something that you don't want, right? But it's expected because you just kind of got dragged to the best map of Vitality in this hard point. So yeah, you're just gonna have to take care of it, right? You're feeling the pressure, you're feeling the pain of what this team can provide. So G-Shots with the R9, if you can stop this green spawns, that's gonna give you so much opportunity to play this right here. And yeah, seems like they're gonna be able to get some of that hold done. But Marvel, they're trying to flip spawns, it doesn't matter. Number 4 in your blue, that's gonna be Solo. He's gonna win the gunfight off the very back, and that is gonna flip it. Accelerate needs to hold it in the cable car platforms. Try to take them over, but Viper with the read yet again. And that shot down is brought to you by Vitality. Accelerate still spawning everywhere. Still got some players just really intent on getting the break inside, but they keep on losing this gunfights, and man, it's just not been looking good. Marvel, good for 20 eliminations. Let's take a look at the players and how many kills that they got in this game so far. Accelerate, I mean, yeah, at Vegas 12 and 28 with 31 seconds in the hardpoint. Fine, you're doing good playing the OBJ, but again, you need these gunfights to find some map control in this map right here. More importantly, Tectonic, 35 eliminations. Predator missile will be dropped, and 1 elimination will be good for the Predator missile and the spray, as well as the EMP system getting activated. And all it takes for the killing blow to happen is the War Machine It is invested at the right time, and that's gonna stop the push coming through the front. Vitality going in for the throat. Contest being made at the back, and still this War Machine gonna get this cut down in this map right here. Vitality now gonna have to feel the pain of the Predator missile and accelerates attacks, but not gonna cut for short. It's Vitality, cut for long. It's gonna be Vitality that will be taking map number 1, and as they welcome Accelerate to the 100-point club pre-membership access. Let's take a look at it here. Right now, what happened, right? Viper gonna be that MVP, and this guy is really just a menace, right? And looking at the player performances, you're not really finding any value from Accelerate. Look at those operator skills for Revel. 2 times they brought that Annihilator out, no value. Same thing for Ghost, Vegas, and G-Shots. That's the difference between you and breaking these hard points in this map, and it's just kind of, you know, underwhelming, honestly, as you lose that map number 1 right there. Great part about this is that it's far from over. We are heading into Search and Destroy Express up next, and you already know Accelerate, they've been pretty good on this one. They won it up against Felines earlier, but again, they really withstand Vitality, who's renowned for their Search and Destroys, right? So let's see if they will be able to break the curse here, right? Let's see if Accelerate will be able to find at least some adjustments, because now you're finally getting some breathing room on this map right here, more importantly. But yeah, let's see if that's gonna pull through. We'll be right back right after this break. And now we are back for our game number 2. Search and Destroy Express is now right up and running. This Vitality that won map number 1, and that means they will get to have the first map win of the day. Of course, pretty much self-explanatory, but first round of this game is going to be pretty passive after storming hot first 30 seconds. You're trying to play for picks here. Do you have those snipers? Bomb is going to be down at the B site. Goes. Oh my god. He pumped that, but still did not get the answer that he wanted. Nice attack for G-Shots, going for the back attack. And it's going to be a 1v1 situation. Hold down tomorrow to clutch this for Vitality. G-Shots. It's always been that playmaker for this team. But can he bring it? Bomb. Gonna get planted by Marvel on the A side. G-Shots. All about the pacing here. All about the pacing. Marvel gonna expose himself here for a little bit. And there we go. The sprays there for G-Shots. Does he hunt him down? Marvel is kind of working a rotation at the very end. And that's gonna be the Ninja Diffuse. Marvel just trying to buy time. The smoke is running out. And Marvel should be able to get some angle on this. He's taking so much time. G-Shots gonna be there at the angle. Oh! No way! G-Shots for the clutch. Enough time for him to win that. To get that B defuse. Accelerate with that round number 1 win right there. Have to come up through G Shots, who honestly had one of the best performance all throughout for Accelerate in this league stage 4 Tussle Thrive. Let's see what's gonna happen though. Round number 2. Vitality on the attack side. Accelerate. Oh boy. They're playing for a nice retake. Oh, Ghost. 6 solo. So they can straight up slam this. Ghost is gonna have that Fennec in his hands. Sams is gonna be the first one on the defense. Great defense. There for Sams on the ticketing. The bomb is gonna be planted on the B site. It's all down to Vegas and Ghost to make a play here. I tell you what, Vegas, I kind of expected him to play a little bit more aggressive, but he played terrible on that hard point, I tell you. Not the Vegas that we know of back when they played the league stage. You're really kind of expecting Accelerate to do a lot more better in finding the adjustments and these eliminations, but Vegas, again, was just not really finding that rhythm on that map number 1. He needs to get himself going on this map too, just to put his team at the front. They have won the Search and Destroy Express on this map up against Felines, and should be able to get at least some of the momentum to carry over here. But Vitality gonna straight up slam this. Number 1 in blue and Extincts gonna get himself a great angle on this train tracks, but he gotta be careful though.
Frag out.
Might get hit by the train. Nade connects it for Extincts, and Sams is out. But it's a 2v4 situation. Numbers game still good. Nice timing for Extincts. So now, just gotta wait for Viper to show himself up, and that's another conversion. Done. It's equal now. It's a 2v2 situation. Extincts to be able to get the bomb defused, but he's gonna get stopped at the 11th hour by Tectonic, who finds the next 2 eliminations to give Vitality the 2-round lead. That 1-round lead, the 2-round wins that they got in here.
Defend the objective. The enemy has the bomb.
Here we go. Let's get it started. Vegas again, not getting any of that shot to carry over. He has been tough on it. But now for Solo, you kind of see where he's at right now. He's with the R9, right? He's just kind of positioned on the lockers. They want to try to plant that bomb right there on the A side. G Shots again, trying to anticipate that bomb plant, but bait and switch gonna be working there for Sams. First blood will be traded. Ghost, you need this flank working. You're all the way from the very back. You got a great attack coming in from the flank. And it's up to Marvel to decide whether if he's gonna find the timing right there. Maybe counter-attack these players, and he spots one right in front of his face. And Viper is gonna have an SMG in his hands. 31 seconds left. Extincts gonna hop up. Information in for Viper, and it's easy shots for him, but Ghost going out on the hunt, gone rogue. Trying to search for the last player alive for Vitality. 17 seconds left, trying to hit that defuse. He hears that sound key from Marvel. He's just jumping. He's just waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. And that is Vitality Marvel. That will take that round win, able to avenge himself after failing to clutch one of those rounds in this Search and Destroy Express. There we go. Looking pretty good if you're Vitality. But again, not that much if you're Accelerate at the moment, as you're down by 2 rounds. You're going to try to stack the A site. That's where most of the action went for Vitality that last round. But this time, it is going to be a heavy push on the B. They kind of left it wide open. A misread here for Accelerate. They thought that the push is going to be coming in on this side. So now it's going to be a late on rotate. They got to play retake. G Shots. Going to get himself through mid-map. That will be Viper. That will be on his lane. He's sharing those informations. Should be able to get a couple of more communication relayed to his team that there's going to be a guy right exactly on his left. And they do take those players down quick. What the hell is going on? This has just been terribly one-sided. You don't really expect this kind of gameplays to happen on the grand finals, but yeah, Express is just it, right? It's just kind of a map where you just want to avoid at all costs, because it's kind of very similar to Meltdown. Once you try to put your slam on A or B site, it's pretty much hard to back down whatsoever. Number 4 in blue, yellow, just kind of getting the shots. Extincts, last guy standing. Marvel with that scope gives himself 8 kills, and yep, 5-1, looking like a master class. Is Vitality about to give Accelerate their own dose of stalwart esports? Well, we're just about to find out, right? A 7-1 is potentially possible here, judging by the pacing that you got for Vitality. Accelerate, I mean, they just want to get this attack on the A side first as we switch their sides. There's only one player holding it for Vitality, and this is Solo. As well as Sam's. Oh my god, he slid in. Nothing has gone rogue so far. Everything's pretty much up to where Accelerate wants it to be. Bomb is gonna be tapped. That's a fake. Sam's trying to take that hit. Oh, he got baited there. Solo. It's his time to avenge his teammates right here. But number 1 in blue. Look at that angle. But Viper gets that read. No way. It's just unfair. Finally, some trades that we're seeing for Accelerate. They got G shots as well as Ghosts. Last 2 guys standing for Accelerate. Vitality can still lose this. But with that shot down up against Ghost, Viper was the round MVP on the map number 1. Trying to get more here. This guy is just holding himself up against this Goats that they got on this team, but Ghosts able to take down Tectonic. It is a 1v2 situation. 15 seconds left. You have to plant that bomb. You're just on desperation mode, and that is going to be Marvel with the pistol that will end it. And Vitality, they will be at game point. And I tell you what, right? It's a race between Viper as well as Marvel. One who's going to be the MVP here. And it seems like Marvel's going to be ending up on that top, right? With that 1 bomb plant and that 1 extra kill, that extra points. It's going to get that one most likely, but you're really loving what you're seeing for Vitality, right? If you're a Vitality fan, but not exactly if you're Accelerators. You're just getting red on every time. Now you're trying to slam this. Vitality Tectonic. He's going to get his teammates some shots to pull through. Solo with the pistol. Oh, no. What? No. That's not supposed to happen. Solo just blank scope. No scope. Extincts out of the way. And the dinosaur is extinct. Solo on an off angle. Guy is running away. Hello. G shots. Goes down. 1v1. Viper. Can he clutch it? G shots running. I think he may have hurt him. Bronze. Oh, hello, sir. Oh, hello, sir. Who wins it? Oh, my God. Viper wins it at the end. And that will conclude our map number 2. It is a stalwart esports zone. 7-1 scoreline. Search and Destroy Express. It will be won by Vitality. It's going to be 2-0 now on our scoreline. And now we go back into our post-game breakdown and to see who's going to be the game MVP. It is going to be Marvel with the MVP with 11 eliminations, 192 impact, and 1,303 average score. I don't know, an average score, but a total score on this map right here. And again, First Bloods means a lot. Then you do have it spread up pretty much just in favor for Vitality. But you got a couple there for Accelerate, but just not lucky enough to convert those into round wins. But yeah, a loss is a loss, but you still got a best of 7 here, right? You may lose the first 2 maps, but still got a high chance of winning the next 2 and to tie up the series. And once you hop in the search and destroy firing range, you're gonna have the best time because that's Vegas' best map. But only that will happen if we get to see Vitality lose this next few games up ahead. So Accelerate just needs to just stand their ground and win it, and see if they'll be able to really put in a lot of pressure and force a map number 5 in this matchup right here. We're not going to be taking any longer breaks. We're going to be heading into the game right away. And man, I've been talking for the last 3 hours and 25 minutes. And yeah, I am feeling the pain on my throat, man. I just had throat spray. That's why I'm able to talk today. But let's get it started. Grand Finals map number 3. Vitality. They will be having that 2-0 start as they won the Hardpoint and the Search and Destroy. Arsenal going to be the best map that you want to take down. Vitality, this has been their worst map. Accelerate. Let's see if they can get something done here. This A site is going to be heavily defended by only one player, and that's going to be Tectonic. And they're just going to lose some of those gunfights to those players. It's going to be coming from spawns, but they are back inside at that point, and they are here for the first 5 kills. And wow, what a great start that you got there for Vitality. They now have, you know, just a couple of players playing for map control. This is going to be Marvel just getting this bench spot. Not exactly going to be anything special there. It is very default on how you try to hold off to the B side and just go for a spawn trap. But again, time is running out. Accelerate needs to make a push, but I can't. They're just being spawn trapped by number 5 in blue, and that's going to be Sam's. Just on the spawns, just getting the shots working. Accelerate. I don't know if they're just playing like they're lacking something here. And again, Vegas with no kills on this game on the first minute and 30 of the game. Something really needs to change here, and it's not looking good for them. Vitality trying to go in for the massive beatdown, but there's going to be some signs of life. Tectonic, he's going to get himself with a win on that Vents. One more play to shut down, and the clock will run out for Accelerate. 4 more seconds, and they're stuck at spawns. A player didn't delay. That will be Viper and Vitality. That will be a win through time expiration, and that's how you want to do it if you're on the defensive side in any map. If you're on the defense, you just want to waste those time. If you can waste it, that means you just got the better map control. You're able to stop the B side and the A side hit on the attackers, and that's just going to be the result of that. But again, you would kind of expect Accelerate to win this because it's one of their best maps and Vitality's worst map in Control. And just giving that idea right there, you should be able to be the ones dominating this. It's a complete meltdown that you got if you are Accelerate. Now you're just kind of all over the place, trying to get yourself to the attack to work. Ghost going to pull themselves in here. Viper! Oh my god, he still wins that. Marvel, it's his turn. He's going to get himself pummeled down to the ground, but that opened things up for them to make a way to the A site. Number 1 in yellow. They should be able to swarm these numbers. But number 4 in blue, that's going to be Solo. He's going to try to extend out as much as he can to make this A-side capture work and make this game done and dusted. And you're great right now, right? This is just what you want for Accelerate. Just stop those pushes. And now that you're able to stack it, Vitality now trying to bring in their operators just to try to get this capture. That's Solo, only player standing here. You don't want to be goals if you're going to be attacking, because at this point, Extinct needs to be taken care of. And Solo wins those 2 engage. Gets the A capture. Smokes is out, but G-Shot's there to shut him down. But you got an extra minute to take a crack at this. Vitality now on the B side. No way. Goes falling down. Falling short. Vitality with the capture. Is this real? Accelerate. This is going to be a great hold for them. They're able to stop that bleeding so far. You got 2 Sparrows available. You got 2 operators available. G-shots with that Sparrow. That should be worth it. And also Equalizer from Vegas, but Tectonic now bringing in the War Machine. Revel. They're going to have those trophy systems around the map just to cancel and counter-attack this play right here. Marvel now going to take down G-shots. They will be able to push up on this B site. They don't even need to play through eliminations if they can just get all the players inside of this hill and just get that capture done. 3 stack coming in for Accelerate through Staircase, and G-shots cannot win that gunfight. Vitality responding with a strong attack, and that is Vitality with a 2-0 start. Now we're switching sides once again. We are back on the defense. Forward side of Vitality, Accelerate. You saw it, right? You saw how kind of loose your attacks were on this map. And just gotta have to figure that one out. Looking at it, they're gonna have a 4-1 split. They're gonna try to stack the B site. Nice counter. Vitality thought that you're going to be on the A site, but that didn't really pan out what they expected it to be. So you got a head start on this A site. You got Ghost just spraying and praying for a shot to work. The Tectonic gonna get himself taken down. Way cleaner and a way better approach that you got for Accelerate. But the hard part about this is that they have SAMs on their spawns, and that is going to stop that push on the B side for the moment. But G-shots again, going to find one, but Marvel there to get that equal trade. 24-23 on the live count. Vitality able to stop the onslaught on the B side, and again, they're trying to waste the clock. They just want to go in for the objective in the defense. They've been looking pretty solid on this one. And honestly, for Accelerate, this is not going to be good. You are losing so much of your live counter. You're losing so much on those map controls. But for G-shots, as he finds those 2 eliminations, you see it. They'll be able to go through vents and find the shutdown. What angle did Solo use there? Bro was just waiting for a guy to pop on the vents all that time. And again, every kill counts here, right? Every kill is going to matter. But if you're Accelerate, what matters right now is that objective. You get the A side hit this time. You have a 2 stack there. Just only need 2 more segments. So should you get this, that's going to be coming up huge to extend your live count and your clock. And you just shot down Viper like that. So that's looking pretty good. Now extra minute will be added to your clock as you get that objective A locked in. Number 5 in blue and Sam's is just kind of playing around and trying to get the spawn trap working for his team. He does find one more before getting eliminated here. So Accelerate. Great job escaping spawns. Now you just have a best chance of winning this. You only need 1 segment on this B side. All it takes is 1 flush inside of this hill. And you got the Predator missile just to get you that information. So that's already one part of that. But you gotta have to win your gunfights here. You see, it was Vegas struggling on the first round. Now he's still going to be there along with Revel. The shutdown is honestly not going to be a worry if they can just have 1 player on the spawns. And this time it's going to be G-shots. Oh boy, whoever gets to go down in Team Vitality is not gonna have a good time. As G-shots is just waiting for an attack to happen here. There we go. Viper, good way to be the first blood here. G-shots gets the shots. Oh man, put him on the mixer. Sparrow gonna be activated. 15 seconds left. You can just stack the point now if you are Accelerate, but you're running out of player life counts. Not gonna be on your way. All you have to do is win through eliminations. Xtinx, he's gonna get pressured out in the open. He's gonna get himself knocked down, and that is going to be 3-0 on this game right here. And yeah, what a quick round that we got there. I mean, Accelerate, I feel like going to play back-to-back games is going to be really, really rough, right? I mean, everybody's gonna have a rough time playing back-to-back games, and especially if it's really top-tier actions that you got going on. But yeah, looking back into our matchup right here on this Control, It was Sam's that was spawn trapping everybody. He gets the MVP. Accelerate, I mean, it was Vegas on the round number 1, but he slowly kind of did a great job following it up. But Revel, this time, going to be the next guy that needs to be brought out right here, right? 8 and 19 on this control map. Yeah, it's going to be tough fight for you. You're not going to win all those swords if you can not win your gunfights, right? I mean, that's going to be the output of a gun game. Of course, you do not bring any of your fist fights to a gunfights, right? I mean, now it's just going to be it, right? It's just going to be a 3-0 start for Vitality. One more win and it's over. And let's see if we are going to be able to see Accelerate bounce back and survive at least this map number 4, or Real Vitality take the championship. We'll be right back. Here we go. Will this be the final game, and will we see Vitality take their first championship with this new roster? Or do we get Accelerate to bounce back and win and go in for a massive reverse sweep to win the grand finals and bring home the huge sum of the prize pool, as well as the title as the champion of TUSSLE THRIVE Call of Duty Mobile India? It starts here on this Hardpoint Hackney Yard map number 4. P1 obviously going to be back and forth scrabby, and the P2 is where you want to take full control and full focus on your attention in this game right here. And at the moment, Vitality so far going to be able to get some contests inside of that hill, but it is going to be your boys from Accelerate just trying to get all of those points inside of that hard point and just try to build up as much as a good safety net before we move into that P2, where you got a great setup that you got for Vitality as they hold through graffitis. But Accelerate now have managed to bring 3 of Vitality's players to spawn out on the right side of the map. Get this kill, you flip the spawns, it's all down to Viper. And this is going to be put onto a ringer. If Viper cannot win any of these gunfights right here, it's over. He falls down, and that is going to be Accelerate, able to chain the P1 to a P2. And Vitality, they are going to be feeling the pain of what it feels like playing late on the rotation on this hard point. Marvel going to get himself that tag down. And Vitality just quick on their feet. Shoelace lane stop. They are going to be fast on that break. This last 30 seconds, still a lot to fight for. And Marvel is just sniping, trying to make some plays work with this, making it look like it's going to be an SnD. And it does work, right? Knowing that there's a lot of long-range engagements on this angle here where he is holding. And honestly, those head glitches, that's the perfect way for you to counter those attacks. 64 to 35. P2 about to end up in favor for Vitality, but Accelerate still has got that lead. It's not a lot, but they still got a huge lead that is allowing them to just keep that pressure up against Vitality in here so far. But let's see what's going to happen. 66 to 42 on our scoreboard so far. And looking at it, right, again, you just want to be able to have so much presence on the pawn booth. That's where Accelerate Vegas is just going to have a bit more information, and that's true L-Wall. And again, just got to have to be super consistent with this kind of engagements. And at the moment, it's just going to be Accelerate fighting so much of these points inside of the hard point, but Vitality now is going to have the better side of the map. But still going to be a nice shutdown for Revel. But now he's going to get sorted out. It's going to be Tectonic pushing forward, trying to play the objective, trying to reverse the situation. But still, doing a great job is Accelerate as they look to try to get that early rotation onto P4. It's going to be 50-50, and they gotta be able to prepare for it. Right at the moment, it's just 81-55 on the scoreboard. Let's see if they got what it takes to get this win right here. It's just about to come through. It's 85-55. Operator will be brought here by your boy Marvel, and that is going to be finding a lot of good value here so far, just keeping up the pressure, but nothing more than what he just had right there. So now let's see it through. It seems like it's going to be Accelerate, just doing a great job finding so much of these shots to begin the first 3 hard points, but now you see Vitality just kind of slowly picking it up, and now just about to take that lead on this next 30 seconds. You need to be able to win your gunfights. Accelerate just slowly slowing down, which is not what you want on an ever surging Team Vitality squad who is just trying to punish you because of not having that setup on this P4. And alright, that's it. That's going to be Accelerate trying to get locked in on that P5. Again, it is going to be Revel there early on rotation and see if they got what it takes to hold it down. That's Sam's down below that he's going to have to take care of. Can he take that guy down? Yes, he does. And it's a 20-point lead that you're going to have to erase on this deficit. And you do have a great opportunity as you do find a lot of more eliminations compared to what you have been doing for the past few hard points. But Vitality still gonna have a couple of more players inside of the hard point. Marvel there as the bait to get the skills from the Bruin from Solo. 88-113 will be the scoreline. Accelerate just needs to find some contests to go here. Cannot afford to let this easy time to go in the hands of Vitality. G-Shots finds 2. Contest inside the hill, but Sam still there for the beatdown. He's got himself 13 eliminations. Let's keep this team so good inside. 50 seconds inside of the hard point as well. Everybody's doing their work for Team Vitality. Accelerate needs to find a better P1 and P2 moving forward. You already lost this right here. So now you're going to have to chalk away the P5 and move on to new. And you see it right here. And that's going to be G-Shots again, as well as the Ghosts that have kept themselves at least on the positive in his finding shots right here, along with Xtinx, who has always been able to find those angles correctly done. But again, the hard point is not about kills, it's all about who's got the more objective. And so far, Vitality is just showing as much as players inside of that hard point. But now, as soon as I say that, they all get gone down, and it is Accelerate's turn to try to get themselves in this kind of moments. Great hold so far we're seeing from them. 115-145. This game is incredibly condensed. Not knowing who's gonna win this, that's how you try to keep up the tension between these two squads. Last 15 seconds should go the way of Team Vitality, but you see the setup that you got for Accelerate. They want to get that P2 once again. They want to get that money hill to try to earn their way back into this matchup. 119-164 before we move into new, and you already got a guy like Viper trying to play hunting on this game right here. He's got a Spiral to work around. 58 seconds left. Xtinx trying to run inside. Only going to get 1 kill there is Viper. And Accelerate now trying to drop in their Annihilators. And it's looking like they're going to be looking pretty good. 130-165. Rebel, nice shots, but Tectonic there for some pressure with the War Machine. That's going to be flushing the players for the moment, but there's going to be a Predator missile that will be locked in there. Vibe, Accelerate there, going to be able to take some eliminations, but Vitality now has gotten full control of the hard point. They're able to stop the first wave that you got on the back 30 seconds of this hill. G-Shot still trying to keep this play working, keep it very scrappy. 4 Ps, 5 Ps, and that's G-Shot able to break it all on his own and not let Vitality get any more points. What the play for G-Shots. Gotta have that same consistency from the rest of his teammates. Vegas, but with only 19 kills, gotta need something more than that. Goes with 13 as well. And if you can now get yourself an opportunity to take this win, it's gonna have to be this map right here. You were desperate. You were down 3-0. You let Vitality win this next map, and that's gonna be them being the champions of this tournament. And you're fighting for your life. You gotta remain perfect. So much pressure and accelerate. On this next 3 maps, Vitality getting the shots working on the L wall. And again, they are doing time inside a hardpoint. Extinct should be able to find some value on this War Machine, but it takes care of himself. Took himself out. And the 200-point mark will now be reached by your voice from the Hive. 153 to 207. It's smelling V for victory at the moment. Accelerate needs to step up. Next hardpoint going to be opening up in 5 seconds. Lock-in period is going to be there. It is now going to be solo inside of that hardpoint. Sprays it down with the R9. Switcheroos, Extincts hiding in the corner. Is solo. Vegas able to get that shot down. Now that is entirely what you need. You need this to get good value. Viper going to get eliminated. Tectonic going to get shredded. And this guy's flying forward. Activated. Vegas now in form. 164 to 209. You're able to flush out Team Vitality. You are showing signs of life. 4, but it seems like that's not going to work. Great attack that we just see here for Accelerate. Team Vitality now going to be seeing all of this onslaught work, but Viper going to be able to bring in the Sparrow. One more bolt, and that's going to running out. That Sparrow is going to run out of bullets. 187 to 219 is going to be the scoreline of this match. It does at the end of this P4. We move into P5. That is going to be the match. Up ahead, Vitality can end this on this hard point and become the TUSSLE Thrive Call of Duty Mobile Indian champions. Can they end it now? Accelerate, trying to push through multiple angles, trying to get the high ground. Marvel gonna drop down. Rebel gonna get eliminated, dropping down one more time to take down Ghost. That's 3 eliminations so far for Marvel. Buying time, making the plays. He opens the hard point. He takes the players inside the hill as well. Vitality on their quest to earn their first championship here in TUSSLE Thrive. Call of Duty Mobile, Marvel with an exciting ending that will flush everybody for Accelerate. And it will be Vitality that will be the champions of the tournament. It ends here. A sweep. Your TUSSLE Thrive Call of Duty Mobile India champions will be Vitality. It just looks good every time. And this team is the team you want to watch out for once they play in Stage 4 this weekend. They are going to be facing a lot of good teams in India, and this is just going to be it. That is going to be ending our matchup. This is the end of our live stream, and it is going to be a Vitality that will be winning this match. And looking at our prop score, you can see it goes not really finding a lot of value on this operator. He was definitely struggling. You see it's 16 and 37 for him. Unacceptable on this gunfight department, but it's good that they're just getting all of these repetitions again for Accelerate. All about repetitions, all about this experience, and they should be able to win the next coming maps up ahead. But that will conclude everything. Thank you guys so much for having me here. It's been a great 2 weeks of action for everybody, and finally it has all come to an end. And yeah, time check, it's 1:13 a.m. in my place. Hope you guys are doing well in your spot. Everybody is great, right? But yeah, it has all come to an end, and it is all gonna be finished here before we even end this live right here. Shout out to Ochin, shout out to Nalin, KSVK, also for Ishan, as well as Sanchai, who came in as our savior for one of the days that we casted in TUSSLE Thrive. And obviously for everybody that was the admin for TUSSLE Thrive, obviously Frank, Urban, and also Warden and Zane Kuhn. So yeah, big shout out to Zim as well, the GOAT, as he's already won his first India title in this map that up against Accelerate, so that's gonna be pretty good. And yeah, I think that's all for me on behalf of the team, the production team, which is me. On behalf of the management of Call of Duty Mobile India Esports in the Discord server, and on behalf of our media partner GLXY, I bid you guys farewell. See you guys on to the next one. Peace out.